Hello, hello, hello. Good evening. Good evening, good morning, wherever you're watching me from. This is Jocelyn, one and only Jocelyn Noah. We are here again on the Biafran struggle. I've got some people in my with me. Actually, I've got some three three men with me this night. So basically, what we're going to be doing today will be more of open discussion, and also we'll be taking some calls later on to get your own contribution. So if you have anything to tell us, you can always chip in and give us a call, and we'll attend to you. This program is supposed to last for say 2 hours maximum, so that I can let some people go to bed and sleep. And then actually, we've got someone that is supposed to be at work. So let's see how it goes. And I'm privileged to be here again. I'm so glad to be in your midst. And thank you, Miss Ade, for giving us the platform. And thank everyone for tuning in and then watching us from wherever you are. Then I will also suggest, please, you go ahead and share the program, invite your friends, let us preach the gospel, let's get people on board, let's tell them what we want as the future generation of tomorrow. Okay. So I'll be introducing some of my guests with you. With me on in the studio, I have got the Solomon. Where is he?
Yeah,
The one on my far left.
well,
Is he? Please, Solomon, could you please introduce yourself?
um, yeah, good morning from my side, and yeah, good evening and good night. Wherever you are, please accept my greeting. My name is Solomon Peter. I'm happy to be here to contribute towards the discussion on Biafran struggle. You're welcome. Thanks.
Good to have you. Thank you for joining me. I'm so glad that you came. And next to Solomon, I've got please Patrick.
Yes. Yes. Good evening. Good evening, everybody. Good evening, viewers. Good evening, Biafrans and lovers of freedom. My name is Ikem Patrick DK, and I'm from Aniocha in Anioma in Delta State, and I'm resident in Italy. And it is my pleasure to be part of the program this evening. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Pat, for coming on board. I'm so grateful that you joined me today. I'm happy to have you guys. And then next to Patrick, I've got Audley. Audley actually has a story that he's going to tell us later during the show. So Audley, I hope you're prepared. You're welcome on board. Please, you can go ahead. We can hear him. I can hear you. I think there's something wrong. Mr. Day, could you please assist us, please?
Okay, gentlemen, could you come out again? The gentleman in Canada, just come out and go back in again, please. Yeah, I know you're a Superman. You've been doing it all day today. Yeah, thank you.
All right. Mr. Day, just like the last time, I don't know if you've got my national anthem. If you do, could you please play? One moment. Let's see if I can get Audley back quickly. Or while he's doing that, could you please play the song I gave you last time, Mr. Day?
The national
Mr.
anthem.
Day,
Yeah,
can you hear me?
yeah, the national
Yes. Have
anthem.
you got it?
Okay, I've got it. I
Yes.
can't lose our national anthem. Our national anthem. What are you talking about?
Yeah. Could you please play it for
I'll
me?
play it now. I'll
Just
play it
play
now.
it for us. Yes,
Make sure
please.
you people stand
Thank you.
still. National anthem is very important. Yeah, thank you.
It is. Thank you. Let's see. Thank you, Miss Ade. Thank you for playing the national anthem for me and for my Biafran brothers all over the place and all over the world and those watching. I truly appreciate. So I just wanted to find out if Audley has been able to connect to his device. Is he back? Unfortunately, he is yet to get in. Okay, while we wait for him, um, okay, actually, I just need to say something. For those who are online and who are watching, please, we do not want any kind of attack on anyone, please, yeah, because what we are doing here is something very serious and it's something that has to do with life and properties. So it's not a joke that we are all struggling and then fighting for a freedom and fighting for a good nation for our people back home. So please, no derogatory comment and do not attack anyone on the show. Okay. Today's actually I wouldn't say we're going to have a today's program is going to be more on open discussion. Okay, as it goes, we're going to be discussing a lot of things. We have some issues at hand. Most importantly, the inflow of these foot soldiers, which is alarming and is increasing on daily basis. So we are going to take a look at that, and then how prepared are we? How prepared are the Southerners? How prepared are Biafrans? And also, we're also going to talk about a little bit of Mazinam Dekano and the challenges he's having with people all around him and those who are attacking him unnecessarily, despite the fact that he's doing a lot to bring us to sensitize the people and to make us understand the danger that is actually ahead of us, what we are going to face in the nearest future. It may be next month, it may be a couple of weeks from now, so we never can tell. So we how prepared are we? What support does he need from each and every one of us? Okay, and we're also going to talk about our leaders, those that call themselves Biafran, the southern leaders, especially from the Biafran land. Seems Audley is back. Hello, Audley, can you hear me? Something is wrong with your speaker. We can barely hear you. Maybe Miss Ade, did he in any way mute the volume or something? Okay, because I wanted him
It
to
didn't
introduce
mute.
himself to
It
us.
didn't mute the audio, but I will try and find another means of getting across to him. His device is giving a little bit of problem. It's a known issue with the device, so don't worry. I'll call him. You continue. I'll call him and I'll see what I can sort out. Yeah.
All right, great. Okay, just as we all have seen what is going on and the enormous videos and they keep uploading videos here and there and letting us know what we are into, what we are going to face, and I just wanted us to take a little bit a closer look at what is going on in our land. Here, I have got this. I would say this is actually something that is disturbing, and I'm kind of afraid. I would because I'm a human. I've got people back home. I'm a little bit. I wouldn't say a little bit. I'm very very scared. I'm very very scared because we don't know what these people are planning. We don't know how prepared they are. We don't know in what form they are going to come in. So that is going on in my mind, and then I ask myself, what are our people doing? Is it that we do not matter to them? Is it that life of indigenes back home in Biafra land does not matter? Because this is worrisome. Because we all have to be worried about what is going on. Okay, we all might be outside the country, in one country or the other. Yes, we are safe. We are safe in some certain, yeah, we are safe in this area. But what about our loved ones back home? What about them? What are they supposed to do? What are we going to tell them? How do we pass the message across? Because there are so many people back home that do not have access to the to internet, that do not have access to the news circulating the whole media, that do not have access to information. So how do we get to them? How do we keep them safe from what is going to happen? Because definitely it is going to happen. In as much as we are trying to sweep it under the carpet or trying to avoid it or try not to talk about it, but inside of me, I still feel this is going to happen because these people, they don't, when they hear go, they don't hear come back. So how prepared are we? Okay. I will let Solomon, I would like you to just talk a little bit about this influx of the foot soldiers, because this is really, 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 really worrisome. I don't know what we are going to do, because right now I don't know how prepared and what we have to, to take up the or to face the enemies, because we have them right in our doorsteps.
Thank you so much for giving me the platform as to aim my mind and say things the way I see it. People might see things in different ways. I believe that opinion is allowed. I don't know if my voice is coming clearly.
Yes,
Should I
we can
go
hear you.
on?
Maybe you can speak a little bit
Okay.
louder. Yes.
I can't be louder than this because this
Okay,
is
it's fine.
still early in the morning on my side. Yeah. Actually, what I have to say is that if we are looking at solution here, because coming online to discuss problem already since after 51 to 52 years ago after the Civil War, we have all known that this problem has been there. And most of people around our communities and around our nation our nation Biafra has been ever trying to provide solution for this common problem. So, but it is very disappointing that most time some of the people who supposed to stand out as to support the solution regarding these common problems of Fulanis killing people, invading our land, instead of them standing up to support this very solution, this very solution to the common problems that we have in the eastern Nigeria, they will keep drawing back, keep playing politics, and keep relaxing as if there is no danger coming. And it is very, very disappointing that this danger that everyone is screaming about now is very, very disappointing, that when it happens, it's going to claim the life of so many people. And the people that you think that this could take their life, or this could come to them, might not be the people who this thing will sit. So, and that is why everybody right now need to rise up to support IPOP, because these are in every point in time in the eastern regions, God gives us solution. So it all depends on how we manage that solution. It, to me, everything will not be
I know you
perfect at the same time. Everything will not be perfect at the same time, but when we work towards the perfections, then we'll be able to get it right. So every point in time, we have solution to take against the invention of the Fulanis over our land. But how do we take those solutions? How serious do we take those solutions? That is just the problem. So what I am saying here is this, that Biafrans are ready under the leadership of Mazin Nnamdi Kanu. But how ready are the people who are playing politics in the land? The people who are playing politics in the southern Nigerias, using the life of people to play politics. How ready are they? How ready are they to embrace solution to the problems? So if I should be able to talk about solutions here, I should tell everyone in the southern Nigeria or everyone in Biafran land that the solution we have to the problems that is calling now the coming of Fulanis, the solution we have is to recognize the job that IPOB under the leadership of Mazin Nnamdi Kanu have put in place. We are organized. We are ready to fix the situation. But we need the support of everyone to be able to combat with the circumstances of the Fulanis intruding into our land. So my point here is this: people should recognize the work that IPOP has done. You should not have everything 100%. But why you are looking at it as it is not 100% done is because you have not been able to be part of it. You are discluding yourself from the struggle. You are discluding yourself from the work that Mazin Nnamdi Kanu and the IPOP has done. So that is why our job to prevent the Fulanis from invading our land seems not to be perfect or seems not to be seen by now. But as long as we rise up and they support every effort on the table, it's not only IPOPs that are making all this effort. There is other groups also who are also struggling for Biafra in sincerity. If we can rise up to support those things, those struggle, and those people who are struggling for Biafra, then the situation of the Fulani coming into our land will be taken care of. Because in 1967, this very solution was articulated when this problem started. After the counter coup of 1966, when Aguironsi and the other group were killed, then we went back and we consulted. And everyone see that the only solutions and the way forward to Nigeria is to create a different system, is for Biafran independent. So, and we did not just start it because we want anyone to die in Nigeria. That was not the reason. When the issue of death were occurring and the Igbos and the other peoples in Biafran land were being killed all over the place, we started by negotiation. We went to sit down with the same killers, with the same Fulanis that you said they are coming today. We went to sit down with them. We discussed at Aburi, how can Nigeria go forward? How can we stop this danger? And so many things were articulated into agreement that this is the way we will begin to do things. And when we do things this way, then we can have a temporary and a permanent solution for the problem of Nigeria. For the problem of Nigeria. So after all these things were articulated, it was thwarted later. And when you look back, you discover that there is nothing that can offer a temporary and a permanent solution to the problem of the killing of Fulanis. Rather than creating a nation, rather than having an independent of Biafran. So because that is the only way we can have our constitutional right to defend ourselves and also defend our properties. Apart from that, nowhere we are heading into crisis and trouble. So I will stop here so far. My solution and my own advice to the problem is that we must agree to all the effort that IPOP is making. We might not agree 100%, but we must find a way to agree with some certain things in the effort that IPOP under the leadership of Mazin Nnamdi Kanu is making. Then we will be able to move forward. That is the only thing that will show that we are ready to combat with the intrude of the Fulanis in our land. So that is the way forward. I will stop here so that others can contribute. Then we continue later.
Thank you, Solomon. Thank you for the beautiful contribution from you. Here, Pat. So I don't know if you've got anything to say to what Solomon has already said. If you've got anything, please, you can say. Yes, please.
Yeah, there is a lot happening, and there is a lot to say. At this point in time, everybody concerned who sees what is happening in our land, in the entire southern region, should be able to speak out, should be able to proffer solutions to the challenges before us. At the beginning of the program, I heard you said you are afraid, you are agitated. You know, it is natural to, with the intro of the Almajeri, the Fulani herdsmen, and we can't even ascertain the identity of these people who are coming in. Most of them are not even from the north. You know, most of them are from Niger Republic. Some of them are from Chad. Let's not forget that in the past we've had Fulani herdsmen, their umbrella body, the Mieti Allah, calling for the entire Fulani in the whole of West Africa to come down to the land that the Lord have promised them, which is, you know, Biafra land and the Oduduwa land, because it's not just only Biafra land, also the Oduduwa land. And over the years, we've seen a series of killings, right? Even in the core north, where you have minorities, because also in the north you have the minorities. You know, in the southern Kaduna, we've seen ethnic cleansing. In Plateau, in Jos, we've seen ethnic cleansing. In Benue, we've seen ethnic cleansing. And out of this, all these atrocities being committed, none of these criminals have been apprehended. None of them have been even arrested or brought to book. So you now start questioning the work and the intention of this government. If you know, communities can be sacked, you know, and no culprit is held accountable, and we've seen a continuous practice of this onslaught all the way from the north down south, it calls for concern, and it also calls for the international community to start holding this government accountable. Because what have actually encouraged the Fulani herdsmen and all these murderers to continue with their trade is because the government is on their side. Because if the government is not on their side, you cannot tell me that by now, you know, they are finding it difficult to apprehend these killers. You know, Nigeria is a place where people go for armed robbery in the night, and the next day they are apprehended, they are paraded. But in the case of Fulani herdsmen killing, there have not been anybody caught in the act, or there have not even been any investigation set up to know people that are involved in this kind of killing. So you find out that the government is, you know, is accomplished to the atrocities that is going on. The security forces are accomplished to the atrocities going on. When you look at the security settings so far in Nigeria, in the zoo, according to the leader of IPOB, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, you know, the wider belief that Nigeria is a zoo, which I myself concede to, you find out that the security setting, the security structure is based on a particular ethnic group, which is the Fulani. They control the security. And it is the same Fulani criminals that are perpetrating the killing of people. So at this point in time, what else do you need to know? What else do you need? What investigation do you need to make to understand that there is a Fulani agenda to kill people and take over their land? We've also heard that in some middle belt communities where people were killed, that some of the communities have been renamed after Fulani names. And the foot soldiers are doing the job. When they are through with the job, they invite their people from Mali, Niger, and all those places to come and occupy the land. And the government seems to be, you know, claiming ignorant of what is happening. So at the end of the day, it is the government of Muhammadu Buhari that is responsible for the atrocities that is going on in Nigeria today, because they have proved that they are not even interested in investigating the killings in the first place. And when the government of a country cannot protect the life and property of the citizens have the right to protect themselves. We've seen sometime in the past where the citizens were coerced into submitting their source of defense, submitting their guns, submitting their, anything that will give them protection. While the government is focusing on disarming the citizens, the Fulani herdsmen and these Janjaweed and all these killers are even receiving arms in the forest through helicopter supply. They have good logistics supply. We've seen in Delta State, even at some point where the governor of Delta State have to cry out that even Delta communities have to pay some of these herdsmen before they go into their farm. And we've not had the police set up investigation or go and make inquiries or apprehend or arrest anybody who have been involved in this act of extortion, intimidation. So it is a total government organized crime against the people. And there is no doubt that, the people should be able to stand up and defend themselves. The leader of indigenous people of Biafra, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, have already foreseen it coming. He has predicted it coming. He shouted, he cried, and the people seem not to be paying attention. So the issue of, Fulani people coming into the southern region is something that have already been predicted or prophesied over the years by a particular person in the name of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of IPOB. He said it many, many years ago that these people are coming. And we should be able to give him that credit, that he said it, and it is happening before our own very eyes. We cannot pretend we didn't hear. We should be able to recognize that and start preparing and start putting things in order. In fact, I recommend that those people who ignored him in the past should be able to consult him to give them solution to the problem. Because if he could see the future, then he should also be able to provide solutions. So for me, if we have to protect our land, I encourage the entire southern region to recognize Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and ask him, what do we do to find a solution to stopping the marauding herdsmen and the influx of this, Janjaweed, Almajeri into the southern region. If they fail to do so, there is no doubt that everybody is walking into the danger with eye open. And besides, what worries me more is that at a time where everybody is on lockdown, where everybody is sitting at home, where people are in social distancing, where everybody have been asked to stay in their houses, that is the right time for these criminals to plan their movement into the southern region, which means they are above the law, which means the coronavirus is meant for us and not for them. Then it calls for questioning. It calls for questioning, and for me, as we progress in this discussion, I believe that the message will be sent across by the end of the day.
Thank you. Thank you, Pat. That was a good one. Actually, like what you said, see, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has made a very good point, and he has said it years back, and nobody paid attention to him. You understand? So I think the problem right now with most of the people from the south is because it's coming from this man, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And then they see him as a little boy because they call him a little boy. They see him as someone who just came out from nowhere and he's championing the cause of Biafran freedom. What others couldn't do, he was able to do it. Others were not able to pull the crowd. But for him, he has a lot of crowd and people are following him. But they forget something, that when you have the hand of God upon you, When you have the hand of God upon you, there is nothing anyone can do. See, they said many are called, but few are chosen. He is one of those. Okay, he is one of those that God has actually placed on this. Okay, to lead the struggle of Biafra. Like you rightfully said, they really need to, consult him. They need to get in touch with him, because right now this is a dicey situation, and we're all looking for a way out. What is that way out? How to protect the land, how to protect our people, and how to protect our properties. So that is what that is what we are looking for. That is what we need right now. So we are not looking for anyone that will come in as a distraction or to throw a spanner into the wheel. That is not what we are looking for. All we are looking for right now is a way forward, a way out. He's really done a whole lot of job. He's done a whole lot of. This is a man who has the interest of his people at heart, and he is a man who loves people and who loves life, and he doesn't want anyone to go. You understand? So our people should just throw away these this bickering aside. They should throw away the nasty behavior, the hatred, the negative thing they say about this man. Yes, Nnamdi Kanu I would say he's a very stubborn person. Okay, why is he stubborn? That is what we need to ask as why is he stubborn? Why is he going on this line? Or why is he always hitting on this same thing? Because we do not listen. We do
Jocelyn,
not
can I
listen.
come in? Can I come in? Can I come in briefly, please? If you can allow me to just
Of course,
interfere
of
with
course.
you a
Go
little
ahead.
bit. Yes, you see, the problem is that our people know that they've lived in bondage over the years. Everybody will agree with you. Even the
Yeah.
politician, the political class, everybody in the southern part of Nigeria, including the Oduduwa people, everybody recognizes the fact that we are all in bondage. Even the people that call themselves the Niger Delta and the South, where Delta State, where I come from, also belong. According to their political whatever division they've created in the region. But the problem that I have with our people is that they have been praying unto God for deliverance and all that, but the attitude of our people is as if that they gave God a specification of the kind of person he should bring to them to fight for their freedom. The attitude of our people is as if they told God that they need a dark in complexion person, somebody that is quiet, somebody, the attitude of our people is as if they gave God specification of the kind of person they need to come and send the message that they will listen to. Because the way they have, ignored the message, even when they see this message coming clear to them on a daily basis, their attitude is as if, no, he's not the man that we ask God to bring for us. So at the end of the day, our people, have fallen prey and into the trap of not listening to the voice of prophet. When people say that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is insulting, they say he abuses people, they say he's that he's stubborn, that he's radical. I have never seen any prophet who came with sweet voice in the world, even in the biblical time, even in the biblical era. Prophets that have always come with harsh words. They have always come with chastisement. They have always come condemning the atrocities in the society. I have never seen any prophet that God sent in the history to come and mix word and paint word and make people feel happy. They've always sent very harsh message to the kings. They have always sent very harsh message to the people. They've always been, stubborn. And in fact, most of the time, some of the prophets are even persecuted because they spoke the truth. Even in the Bible, in the olden days in the Bible, if you go through the Bible, you see that even a lot of prophets were even thrown into the burning fire and things like that. So the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu as a prophet, which I consider him personally, is not different from all other prophets in history.
Thank you for that assertion, Patrick. Yes, people,
Yeah.
he is not a man.
Can I come in?
Mazin
Yeah.
Namdekano, Mazin Namdekano is not a man that will romance words for you, because if he goes that way, he's like
Okay,
putting a baby to sleep.
sorry, Jocelyn. Can I say something
Yes.
quickly to you guys? Yeah.
Okay,
Number
please
one,
go ahead, sir.
whoever want to cause confusions here, they're not welcome. Olden Ben, you're not welcome here. This is a Biafran platform. This platform now is called Biafran Hour, and the Biafran flag is on the background. You can't come here and divide us. Whether you are South, whether you are Abeokuta, you are from Unisha, you are from Anambra, you are from Lagos, we all live together and we're going to keep living together. And nobody can change that. That is why we
You're right,
unite
sir.
so good about this one. And I've actually take you out. You've been banned from the page. You can't do anything here anymore. You are asking them to take you out, and that's exactly what you've gotten. We've taken you out, and you can't come here. And if you come here with another name, I didn't only take you out, I register your IP address as well. So you're not coming here again to cause confusions. We're united, and we're gonna be united. United we stand. Both Oduduwa and Biafra, we're united, and nothing can divide us because we've been coming together for a long time. Have you seen any platform doing this before? No. So we're gonna continue, and you can't divide us. So carry your problem and go somewhere else. If you've been paid by someone, that's your problem. We are united, and united we stand. Go ahead, please. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. So as I was trying to say, Mazinam Dekano is not a man that will paint words for you, and he's not a man that will romance or make you feel good. No, because if he does that, it's like putting a baby to sleep, and that will make our people to fall asleep. You see, what brought so many of us right now to this stage where we are is because of his shout, is because of the way he speaks. Okay, if not, I wouldn't have listened to him from beginning. I never paid attention to Mazinam Dekano, but when I was in PH, I started listening to Radio Biafra, and every now and then there is this papa that will always put on the Radio Biafra station, and he will be playing it. So I kind of got curious, and I wanted to hear more from him, and that got to me. You understand? So I never believed that one day we see is a wildfire, and it is burning so fast, and it's going so wide. Okay, I like what he is doing. See, if an adult decide to behave like a child, or you see evil and you turn a blind eye, or you see white, you say it is black. Come on, if you don't do what is right, a child will correct you. Okay, if you don't do what is right, a child will definitely correct you, and they will put you to order and bring you to the path you're supposed to follow. So if he's always Mansanuk is always saying maybe they are stupid, you see yourself as a Nigerian. What has Nigerian offered you in the last 40, 50 years of your life? Nothing. You're struggling to make an ends meet. Today you have light. The
Can
next
can
minute the light is gone for
can I
Mr.
contribute something more before?
I thought that
Can
was
I
Mr.
say
Day.
something
Hi,
more?
follow up. Yes, please.
Yes. Okay, I am here. At least the floor is open now. Let me just come in and make my more contribution to this, because very soon I might be leaving, as I explained early, that I have to start work by 6. But here, let's get things clear. So our history, or what is happening in our land, is not the first time. I believe that the people who write the histories in the Bible did not write it because because they saw Biafrans, or because they saw what is happening in Biafrans. It has always been like that. That when people has new arrivals to leadership, first of all, they will want to fight it at all costs to stop it. But in to extents whereby you are not able to stop things, because where we are discussing about Mazin Nandekan is this matter has gone beyond Mazin Nandekan. We are talking about thousands and millions of Biafrans under that leadership. It has automatically become a system. Despite that, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is there now as the championing leader of the group of these indigenous people. Tomorrow it might not be Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But let's face the realities here. The only thing you have as a preparation to fight the inventions of the Fulanis is the people, the soldiers that you are able to mobilize. These people who parade themselves as elders in Igbo land and in the entire southeastern Nigeria and in entire southerners, the war of the Fulanis did not start today. We are just talking because it's a matter of life and death. Now, they want to kill, they want to man on this and that. But it has been a long time war. And we have watched these people who are parading themselves as politicians and as a leader. They are there. They are there. There's no road. They are there. There is no infrastructure. And they are leaders. They are there. And there is no development. There is no school. There is no job for the youth. These are all the battle. These are all battle fronts. So, and this shows that those people who call themselves leaders in Southern region, who are making argument against Nnamdi Kanu today and the leadership of IPOP, it shows that they don't have capacity. And the only way forward is to agree with the people who have the capacity to do something, to make something happen. Because how do you talk about defense without without a soldier or without able men and women that can withstand the challenges and lay down their life? Because we in IPOP, we don't see ourselves living. We are living the life of people who has died in this struggle since 1967. We are living their life. If they have not fought that battle, we don't know where we would have been today. Maybe if that battle was not fought, maybe an Igbo man or people from the southerners could have just been that a cow in a garage where you will come just when you get one, you slaughter when you want to, or a Christmas fowl. But they lay down their life when they see the challenge. They did not run away. They did not be leader by mouth or by talking. They are leader by actions. They are the ones on the war fronts. They are the one carrying the gun, facing the challenges. And today we have something on table to discuss about, which is IPOP, who has already mobilized such soldiers. It's not about Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu, you said he insult people. Nnamdi Kanu doesn't insult people. He insults the stupidness in people. Nnamdi Kanu is very respectful. Everything Nnamdi Kanu asked those elders, he listened to advice. For him to leave Nigeria is to secure his people. It's not because he's a coward. It's to make sure that these Hausa Fulanis and Alamaji do not take the advantage of his presence to be killing Biafrans. That's why he left. Then, even when he came, he put action. He's the only one who has faced this situation face to face. He stood and told the Fulanis, we know your plan. You know you are coming to kill our people. But I'm ready. I'm offering my life. As Nnamdi Kanu you are talking today, Nnamdi Kanu is no more living. He's living the life of people who has laid down their life. His life is meaningless to him, if not for the cause of the people who has died in this cause. And also us, Biafrans, we are the one who has been able to show the world the soldiers that can defend the eastern regions. We don't need to play politics about this. We need to sit down and see that Ohaneze Ndi Igbo today and the other cultural group in Igbo land, as may seem, the gap that Nnamdi Kanu has created in the eastern region
on the in Biafra movement, the gap he has created in leadership, they cannot close it. They can't. No matter what they do, no matter how far they play politics with the life of the people, they cannot close that gap. The more you are trying to step up, the more they are growing in large numbers, which are the soldiers you needed. These are the soldiers that Nyamodo need. These are the soldiers that Igbo World Congress need to defend our land. So if our people should look now, they should know who is the problem here, who is the trouble, who want them dead. Because these people you are thinking that Nnamdi Kanu has to beg or has to pet, they are the people who are there as leaders and there's no road. They are there people who are there as a leaders and there is no infrastructure, there is no development, there is no job. So what leadership have they offered? They have not been able to provide solution to the crisis. And the people are still expecting them, calling them leaders. Calling them, what are they leading you to? What are they leading you to? They have not been able to defend the land. They are leaders, and today we are calling influx of Fulanis. Fulanis are coming to kill us. If they are leaders, like Nnamdi Kanu will always be shouting Ohaneze Ndigbo, because this is the only institution in Igbo land that are created. Their institution was written by Igbos and by Biafrans. These are the only institutions that are created to face the problem of Igbo man to the core, not to play politics. They are not the political wing of Igbo nation. They are not political wings of Biafran nation. They are the cultural group, instituted to fight for everything concerning Igbos. That what Nnamdi Kanu, the soldiers that Nnamdi Kanu is mobilizing today, is the Ohaneze Ndigbo who's supposed to be mobilizing those soldiers to defend the land. And if they are not doing it, they expect Nnamdi Kanu to keep quiet. Or they expect we, the Biafrans who are facing these dangers, to keep quiet or to be respecting them. It's the matter of life. There is no way of keeping quiet. Nnamdi Kanu only insult the stupidity in peoples, not people. He respects people. So let us remove this issue of insult. It is the stupidity in man, stupidity in peoples in Africa, in the mind of the leaders of the Africans. That is what Nnamdi Kanu is insulting. He is a young man who is here to provide a solution to the problem on the ground. And the only way forward is for our people to start, encouraging this effort. Start encouraging this effort. We have been intelligent for 7 years, or for getting to 8 years, Nnamdi Kanu and the leadership of IPOB. Because this thing, despite that Nnamdi Kanu is a leader, everybody is in Nnamdi Kanu. It's not about Nnamdi Kanu at this time. We are millions offering our advice, rendering our advice, giving our support. So whatever Nnamdi Kanu come to say is what we want him to say. Because we are the people, and he has vowed and laid down his life to stand by the people. So it's not about Nnamdi Kanu, it's about the millions of Biafrans who have stood up to provide a solution. So our elders need to come out and appreciate. Throw away your differences. It's not about it's not going to be very 100% complete. When you want to cook your food, the food is not done immediately until you go through processes. You might not agree 100% with what IPOP is doing. There might be some certain way, because all these people, why they want to remain elders and leaders is just because of their personal gain. It's because of what they will get. But we are looking that we are facing life and death. It's not about gain, because we need to survive. We need to live. We need to be alive. Even if you wanted to remain the leaders, you need to save our life and properties. We are in danger. So what these elders should do is to start agreeing on things, not in 100%, but we can still looking at the solution. Okay, let's assume you don't agree with the method Nnamdi Kanu is using. But can you agree that Nnamdi Kanu has used his own method to be able to mobilize millions of Biafrans? And you that is using the method you call perfect method, we are not able, we are not seeing your soldiers. We are not seeing your soldiers. Are you going to be mouth that we said cut off the head? Have you forgotten that when the head is off, then the mouth follows? So you said disagreeing with what Nnamdi Kanu is doing, what IPOP is doing. What solution do you have in the table? It's not talk. What soldiers did you have that can defend this invention of the Fulanis when it happens? None. So we have to look at those things. Who has those soldiers? In the Bible, it happened to Japhet because his mother was not married properly. They chased him out. They disgraced him. He went out and he gathered soldiers. Because in a time of trouble like this, what you need is soldiers. What you need is able men and women who are ready to face the challenges, to go after the challenges, and they stop the invention. That's what you need. And that is what IPOP have. Japhet went out and he gathered all people which they call miscreants, and he made them mighty men. The same thing happened with David, because whenever the leaders see new arrival of a leadership, they will go after it. Saul go after David, but David ran away. In the exile, he gathered mighty men. He trained them. That's what Nnamdi Kanu is doing. He trained them against the day of defense, against the day when the enemies will want to invade their land. And when these enemies come, then the Israel, they quickly take wisdom, because wisdom is profitable to every man's work. It's not everything you go with motion. It's not everything that is money. It's not everything that is position. There is things that wisdom will taught you. And when you go by wisdom, you win. So they go by wisdom. They went and consult David. They went and consult Japhet for the challenge ahead. And they came back and they fought for the land and they secured the land. And this is the same principles that all our elders at this moment should be following. That who has the soldiers? Where are the soldiers that will defend our land? Where are the people who are ready? Because we IPOP, we are no more alive. We are dead people, because we are living the life of people whose blood has already been wasted in this very struggle. This is their life. We are living their life. So we are ready to stand and defend our land in their behalf. So let the elders begin to make a move. You don't have anything on table. IPOP has the soldiers. We have the soldiers that when you come today and knock at the door of IPOP, we will release the soldiers. IPOP will release the soldiers, and our land will be secured. Let wisdom guide us in this very time of crisis that we are in. Before we start recording that 1 million Biafran, 5 million Biafran die again, let the goodwill, the people of goodwill in the eastern region, in the southern, stand up and they organize and they see where solution is and go to that direction. So that is my own contribution in all these things that is happening right now. IPOP has what it takes. Let us begin to agree. Let us begin to approach towards things that could save life and properties in that land. Because Fulanis keep changing. They keep changing. They keep changing. They know constitutionally, they know their constitutional rights, and they know all their boundaries. So what they cannot be able to achieve with their constitutional right, they will use the illegal means. And which are the Fulanis you are crying about today? They use them to do their shit job. They use them to subdue Nigerians. They use them to claim Nigeria. Then, because they have the constitutional power, then they will defend them. So let us know how this thing works. Fulanis doesn't think like every other person. All they think is that their own system is conquest. They believe on it. This is what has given them the places where they are staying, where they are king today. They have made so many successes around them with this principle of conquest. So they are still engaging it. They cannot stop. There's nothing you can do to stop them. So please let us start inviting solution by removing whatever things you call like an insult. It is not insult. It is just as insulting the stupidity. You go to church, pastor will lay you hand, they will pray, say you are possessed. That is the same way now the Kanu is trying to cast away the stupidities in people, cast away the demon, so that the people can act rightly. You are a leader. There is no infrastructure. There is no road. There is no light. And the Fulanis are trooping into your land, and you have no soldiers to defend the people. Let me stop here so far because the discussion continues. Thank you.
Thank you, Solomon. That was a beautiful one. You've gone spiritual right now. Yes, but the thing now is, our so-called elders back home, are they willing? Are they ready to do the right thing? Are they? That is another thing. Are they ready? Are they ready to toe the line, the line of to follow the right path, to do the right thing? Are they ready? Because everybody
Let me
seems
They
let
to
have
me
be.
let me
they
come
have
in
no
there.
option. There is no option. They have no option. They just have to listen. They have just to listen. They have just to do something. They have no option. And if
Yes.
they themselves did not take side with this movement, we are going to take the law into our hands. We will stop recognizing them. If they cannot take this direction, there is no way we should be recognizing them. And remember, just I said this before my brother Pat will come in. There is, since independent of Nigeria to today, the only Nigeria have not been able to offer us leadership. All the people Nigeria raised and are being paraded today as leaders, there is no leadership quality in them. And even our society, our society today, when you look at it, you discover that what Nigeria give us as a society can never be reckoned of. If you looked at Igbo land, our foundation of moral is Asia Fakego. Good name is better than money. But is that the same society that has their foundations, their moral foundations on Asia Fakego? Is that the same society you are seeing today? Whereby people kill their families, kill their people, kidnap people, all rubbish. These are just the product of Nigeria. This is what Nigeria has given us. And because when you look at the society of Igbos and the southern regions today, if we continue in Nigeria in 10 years to come, I'm telling you the fact that you can never have a society, a safe society. If we continue, all our morals will be totally destroyed. The Igbo man you used to know can never be the same Igbo man that used to be today. And this is what Nigeria is going to do to all our people. That no, all our people will be saboteurs, all our peoples will be weak people. And that is what Nigeria is doing, producing weak people, weak brain in all our society, that at a point in time, you will begin to think, is this the same Igbo people? Is this the same Igbo nation? Is this the same people you used to know, who have the moral foundations on Asia Fakego? So a lot is happening. So that is it. So those people, they have no option. If they refuse to do the needful, we will stop recognizing them as a leader. They are not. And we are going to lead by ourselves because they are not leading us. Thank you.
Just like you said, the system in Nigeria, actually, the system itself, I I call Nigeria, said Nigeria is synonymous to stupidity, and that is simple truth. Because when you keep bearing that name, or you keep believing that you're one of, or you're a citizen of a nation or that country, there is this thing that comes, this negative aura around it, and it makes people to behave like animals, and it makes people to behave insane. So everybody you see is like they're all aggressive, like hungry lions about to attack you. This is what the system has injected into people's brain, and it will take a lot of work. It will really take a lot of work for us to be able to bring people out of that stupid state, out of that stupidity they've actually buried us into. So Biafra is the only solution, and is the only way right now for us to be free from this, because the system has corrupted the minds, the thinking faculty of every single Biafran person. The reason like people living like people being hypnotized, and that is not a good thing, and that is not what we want. All we want right now, all we need is to get people out of that system, retrieve them all from that system. The system is going and is collapsing, and it is going to collapse. There is no two ways about it. And right
Yes,
now our people have to think. They
I
need to
would
start
like to. I would
thinking.
like to. I would like to come in because there is a question you asked about the elders of the land.
Okay, go ahead, please.
Yes, the reality is that the elders of the land, uh, both in the entire Western region, including the Oduduwa Republic, the Biafran Republic, over time have been muzzled, intimidated. They have,
Intimidated, yeah.
over time been reminded of the 1967 to 1970 war. And they have used that civil war as an instrument of blackmail, especially against the Biafran people. And that is why anytime we want to talk about the injustice and all the atrocities going on against us, the same elders are the ones reminding us of 1967 to 1970. They say they don't want to face the same civil war again. But today, we've seen worse than what happened in the Civil War. We've seen villages being ransacked. We've seen people being killed. We've seen people being maimed. We've seen kidnappings by ransom, by Fulani herdsmen. We've seen Boko Haram all over the place, blowing up Christians, blowing up people from the south, killing, including even Muslims themselves. Even when you look at the street of the north, you see the even the children of the north on the street without direction, and this is what Nigeria represents: disaster. And what you see in the Almajeri system today is something that they want to implement nationwide, and that is why they have made poverty level to be high, so that everybody will Almajeri, including people from the east, west, north, and south, even the governors of the eastern region have adopted the Almajeri mentality indirectly. They want to create a system where our people who are not used to begging will now become beggars in Nigeria, because they purposely create poverty. They create poverty to control the mind of the people. They create poverty to control the psyche of the people. The creation of poverty in Nigeria is not by mistake. The creation of poverty in Nigeria is not by not knowing the right thing to do to get people out of poverty. It is a unique program created to keep people down. It is a unique program. I say it is a unique poverty program created so that the people will be under control, that the people will be subdued. Today we are talking about the Fulani and all that. Even the ordinary Fulanis themselves are not finding it easy. Because when we talk about the Fulani and all this, you think the Fulanis themselves are free. They are not even free. The
They are not.
Hausas are not free. The Yorubas are not free. The only
But those
people
those
that are,
those Fulanis actually they are the willing tools because those are the people they are going
that,
to
that
use
is
for
that,
what is
that,
coming.
that
So
is that is what I'm saying. The people who are controlling the entire system are the same oligarchs. These oligarchs have also been created. The oligarchy have also been created in the eastern region, in our own region. That is why
but
you see
we
somebody.
honestly we are not going to fold our hands and allow that to happen to our people because we are not born to be slaves and to be beggars. No, we are made.
Yes,
We are actually blessed by God. So we are not going to allow that to creep into our
systematically,
society.
systematically the program is being, experimented gradually on a daily basis, gradually over the years, that people are even beginning to lose their value system. We the
Okay,
people
right
of
now,
Biafra, we the Igbos are gradually, like brother said, our brother Solomon said, have gradually lost our value system in such that even Igbos, some Igbos today are even begging money on the street, which is not our culture, which is completely, opposite to our belief system. So the at the end of the day, the topic we are raising is about the danger we are facing with the intruders, with the influx of the Almajiris from the north. At a time where there is a lockdown, everybody is inside. These people are allowed to travel all the way from the north, from Kaduna, Kano, Bauchi, and different places of the so-called political leaders and the leaders of the eastern region refuse to recognize IPOB, refuse to recognize us, the youth. We would not have any other option but also not to recognize them. Because at the end of the day, it is we that holds the battle line. It is we that holds the struggle for liberation at every point in time in history. And what you've always had is the children of Israel, the children of this. I've never had the elders of Israel. I've never had what we hear. So it is the children of Biafra that will determine the future and the destiny of the Biafran nation. Thank you.
thank you so much, Pat. I think there's something wrong with this network, Mr. Day, because I can't seem to. Hello, I don't even know.
That was just for a short time, but it's back online now. Yeah. It's the internet. Oh, it's
Okay,
back now.
great, great. Just like a Pat has been saying, okay, our people are not known to be beggars, and we are not going to allow such a system into our land. We are not going to have such in Biafra because Biafra, the way it's been planned, is going to be mind blowing when people get to see it and when people get to witness it. We are not going to have any kind of almajiri, but right now, what they are doing is because there is this system they use these things, this begging system to creep into our people, and when they start doing this, our people now get to run to those people, especially the almajiris, should I say the Fulanis in our land, and that is when they get involved with them, and before we know it, what happens from there. So this we are not going to allow such a thing to happen because we need a system whereby people are being engaged in everything. People will be engaged. Children will be engaged. You understand? Teenagers will be engaged because we do not want a system whereby you have beggars all over the street. No. Compare you see, most of us are already now outside the country. We've seen how they build their own nation. We've seen how they run their system. This is how we want to run our own country as well when it comes. And I know it's going to come sooner or later, and it's going to come rapidly. So now all of us need to get our acts together because we have a whole lot of work ahead of us. Despite the fact that we have so much danger now, in our front, still we are going to tackle it because we cannot run away from it. We cannot run away. We cannot because this is what our leaders brought upon us. And honestly, our leaders are not going to go scot free. they will not go scot-free. We are not going to kill them, but they will still receive their punishment, except if they decide to run away before the time comes. Then they are free to do so. But for what they have done to our people, for what they have done to the people back home, and subjugating them to this level of mediocrity, no, we are not going to let that happen, and we're not going to let them go scot-free. Every one of them that has been a kind of an oppressor to us, not having us at the back of their mind, not carrying us along, they only think about their own pocket and their own children. They are not going to go scot free. Because me, I am angry, honestly, because I don't want a situation whereby our home, I will see my people living in abject poverty. No. I want them to live like kings and queens and princesses and princes in their own land. They've got what it takes. They've got what it takes. Okay, this is what is in my mind. And our elders, our leaders, our elders, if they are not willing to toe the right path, let them know, the children, the younger ones will have to do it for them. And then we're going to renegade them in the background, and there is nothing they can do. It is right now, it is now or never. So they have to stand and do the right thing and do the needful. We need them to stand and speak. Let them say, because olden days, our elders those days, when they see evil, they speak it, they say it out. They call evil evil. They say it the way it is. But the ones of this present generation, I don't know what they've eaten. And I don't know how much they are being paid to do such. You cannot see evil and then keep quiet. And let them not forget also that when this whole thing begins to unfold, they will also be part of, so partake. None will be spared, because those people, they don't know who is a friend. As long as you're in the southeast or in the south or Niger Delta, they don't know who is a friend. They see all of us as one. They see all of us as equal. They see all of us as, they call us in Yamri, we're all one. Nobody's going to be exempted. None. So let them not think they are safe. Let them not think when these people invade our land, they are going to be safe. It's not going to be like that. They will all be affected. Now we are talking. Now everybody's shouting. They don't want to stand up and do the right thing. What are they afraid of? Why are they so scared? Are they not man enough to speak up or to speak out? They shouldn't leave it to one person or few or the younger generation. They need to. If you don't say the truth right now, when are you going to say it? When you are when you are down below 6 feet? No. Right now, since they've lived their life, they need to make it right. And when they finally go or kick the bucket, they know where they're heading to. Right now is the time for them to stand up and speak like elders that they are. I just need to go back to Solomon of Favor. People think I don't know him. Something is wrong.
Can I say something to what you have just finished? Because we are looking at that we don't know what is the problem of the elders. Every one of us is going to be elder one day. Even though you are young now, we are not going to remain young forever. One day we are going to head one department or the other and end up being an elder. But what I want us to see from this matter is that the present people you regard as the statesmen, as elders, they have eaten something. And the Fulani leadership is holding them in a very tight corner. If they do otherwise, the system does not plan to protect the Southerners. So, because they are not ready to protect the Southerners, they have already given those people parading themselves as leaders something illegally. And that is what is holding them on the throat. That if they come out to speak against all this illegal movement of the Fulanis, they are going to ask them to vomit what they have eaten, or they will end up sending them to prison. This is their fear. If you don't know what is their fear, all the politicians that are operating in the land, they know that they did not win an election. And because the system of Nigeria allows them, and the Fulani support them to be there. So how dare you want them to speak something against their leaders, to speak something against their master, or to go against the plan of their master? Even the one that Omotekon that the Westerners, the Yorubas, they formulated last time, is they are going to publicize it. It's not going to work, because they have already started taking instruction from their master, who put them as governor,
Who put them as elders? Who is supporting them with the soldiers and with the police? This is what these people has eaten. And if you wait for them, that's why I always tell IPOP members and leadership of IPOP, if you wait till tomorrow for these elders to stand up to fight for the cause of the people, they will not, because they have eaten something that is holding them down. They eat it with their mouth. They eat it in their mouth. If they rise up today and say something, if Nyamodo today rise up to go against Fulani, he will go to jail. They will jail him
That's
because they will bust him what he has eaten. If any of these governors rise up, so waiting for them is as of useless for us. So we are getting ready. We are giving them time, talking to their stupidness, for them to leave their stupidness. If they don't leave their stupidness, we will defend ourselves. We will fight this battle because the battle is directed to us. They can run to the Fulanis and they will hide them there because they are together. If they are not together, why there is no road, there is no infrastructure, and Nyamodo did not resign? And Nyamodo did not come out, because this is how leaders, you will impose the problems and put your resignation if there is no change. And your people will know you are fighting for our cause, but you are busy collecting your salary, JJ, building your house, exploiting all over the world, exploiting investment all over the world. You are comfortable as Ike Kweremadi is. You are telling me you are working for the cause of Igbo. And situation is like the way it is. You didn't resign. You still stay on your comfort. And the Fulanis are feeding you on the mouth. Any of them who rise up to say anything will go to jail. They will jail them because they have eaten it with their mouth. And Fulani is holding them in a tight corner. I pity
I
people
think
who
there is
still
no
regard those people as
sound.
elders. You know, those people who still regard those people and want to fight on a side way. Remember, during the Biafran War, there is those soldiers, those leaders of the soldiers, who their job is just to take the Biafran to the war front and betray them. If you are still wanting to fight alongside with these elders who are not standing up when things are getting worse like this, they are not even tendering any resignation. They are not even standing up. They are comfortable taking the money, taking the salary, and you are waiting to fight alongside with them. They will lead
Honestly,
you to the
I'll have
battle.
to say
And
this also on air. It will really choke them, honestly. With what they have done, it will choke them. Maybe they're hearing us right now or they will hear us later. It will choke them because they've decided to sell their soul and they've decided to dine with the devil. And let them wait and then dance with the devil. It will really choke them. It will choke them because every evil one does on earth will actually boomerang and it will come back to them. They shouldn't forget that. They should keep it at the back of their mind, except if they are willing to make an amend right now and do the right thing. Otherwise, this whole thing is really going to eat them, honestly, and they will not go scot free.
the Fulanis has already given them land in the north. They are building in the north. They are building all over the nations. Their hope is that if anything happen here, they will escape through Cameroon or through Cotonou, and then they will run. It is you who is fooling yourself around these people that is going to go down. You have no house in Dubai. You have no house in Kano. Is you. Anyone who is playing alongside all the people in the Biafran land today, playing alongside with these people, they are the one to go down. Anyone who is not supporting IPOP today, who is not contributing to the movement of IPOP, who is still speaking grammar that Hausa Fulani is not hearing, is the one that will go down. All these people, they have already planned their ways of plan the way they are going to run away. When it happens, they won't be around. So the needful now is everybody, wherever you are hearing me from, anywhere in the world, join IPOP. Forget about what they criticize about. That perfection you are seeking is is because that perfection you are not seeing in IPOP is because you are not involved. And if you got involved, please get sincere. All these people that are breaking out, speaking grammars, and grammars will not help us at this point. Because the Fulanis
No,
you are
it's not.
talking, you are speaking grammar. They are not hearing grammars. They are not hearing grammars at all. They are coming after you, and it's matter of life and death. That is what
And
we
it is
need to.
the
And
same.
the IPOP
Yes,
is
the
here
same
to provide
IPOB.
leadership, to provide direction, to provide solution. Why not join? Why not support? Why are we taking long time to do this?
There is
Thank
an
you. You
adage in
need to move
Igbo.
the program forward, because once we get to this very point, myself, I've become like not feeling the
I
same again.
I understand because I understand the the passion you have for the people, and then seeing the fact that our people are not doing what they're supposed to. There's an adage in Igbo that says "Ewu nwụrụ n'ọba ji, abụrụ na agụ gburu ya." That means it means that a goat that dies in a barn was not killed by hunger. It was because he has the means, but his undoing is laziness. Okay, we have the means. IPOB, they have the means, but the people they are going to defend, they are lazy. Those people are lazy and they don't want to do anything. Like we keep shouting, when this wave comes, it will sweep every one of us. No single person will be left. It will sweep every one of us. I only feel so sad because there will be so many innocent children that will go down. So many innocent children will go down in this cause. And we don't want that. Those are features of Biafra land. We don't want to lose any children. We don't want to lose it. Like you said, we need to rally around Mazen Namde Kanu. We need to join IPOB. We need to do what it takes to save our land and save our people. All we need right now is to save. We need to save. How do we go about it? We need to talk. We need to get this message across. Our people back home do not know what is coming. They have no idea, no iota of idea what is happening or what is going to befall them. They don't know. But the governors, they know. Those that call themselves leaders, they know. They've already made their plans on how to escape. But that will not happen because you know how God works? When they're making their plans on how to leave, God is already making a plan on how to keep them trapped. They are not going anywhere. And thank God for coronavirus, the borders are shut. So they shouldn't be planning of leaving because that might not be possible. So with what is going on now, like Nnamdi Kanu said, we need to all have like a Twitter account because there is power in the social media. There is so much power, but people don't know that. So many people do not know that there is power. And our people also, our young ones, the youngsters or the teenagers, they should also forget this whole madness of doing stupid things on social media. You know, Big Brother Niger will soon come up, and everybody will just forget what is happening, and then they will be interested in watching naked people on Big Brother Niger. This is not what we want. The time is now, and everybody is being called upon to do what they need to do. If you can tweet, if you can pass any message, we all need to do it. Everybody have to be alert. Do not sleep with your two eyes closed. We live in a danger zone. That place is a danger zone. Even when I go home sometimes at night, when I'm sleeping, it's like I want the day to break so that I can see brightness. Night in Nigeria is like, how do I even, it's like you being in a witchcraft coven, locked somewhere. That place is not a healthy place for people to live in. Nigeria is not a healthy nation for people to breed their children, to raise kids. It is not. And the better we disintegrate the country, the better for each and every one of us. So right now we are calling on those ones that call themselves the elder statesmen. Right now they need to come up, find a means, dissolve this nation, dissolve this unity because it is not leading us anywhere. It is not leading anybody anywhere. Every day we see people are being butchered. They slit people's throats. They cut their tummy and do all sort of. Even children, they don't feel pity for even innocent toddlers. They don't. So they need to stand up, look for a way, and dissolve this whole thing. Everybody can survive. There are so many countries that have less than 100,000, 500,000 as a population. They are still surviving and they are making headways and they are developed. So why can't they break that contraption? 200 and something million is a lot. It's a We cannot be in such. It is a mess. That place is a mess, and they need to bring it down. And the time is now. The time is right now. Honestly, I just wanted to say something. Um, I don't know if anyone is interested to jump in. If you're interested, you can come in and then give your contribution. And Mr. Ade, if you can hear me, I'll just can pin the number on the screen if anyone is interested, because I see Solomon will be going to work very soon. Solomon, how many minutes have you got?
Um, I think I'm just left with maybe 10 minutes or thereabout.
Okay. All
Yeah,
right. So
I'm
before the
looking at time.
if okay, so what I can do is, Mr. Ade, let's just take some calls, some contribution from people. I think something is
Yeah,
wrong with
even when I leave, I may come back. I may come back. I may come back. Depends on the situation on the ground in my workplace. So, but if I leave,
Okay.
I may also still come back to the end of the program. Yeah,
Okay,
but before
because
then,
actually I'm supposed to be here for like 2 hours, so I've got like 30 minutes to go. So this 30 minutes
okay.
left, we can just use it for calls, maybe it takes one or two calls. Patrick, Miss Ade, I think Patrick's screen is frozen. Hello, Miss Ade, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. It's frozen. It just needs to come out and go back in again. Yeah, and it will be fine. You keep talking for now while I keep fixing
Oh,
things with you.
with Patrick. Great. So, like we were saying, I've got some because I was able to get some parables in Igbo. Which actually is attributed, I would say some are attributed to Mazin Amdekano because he is an upright person, because I see him as an upright person. Okay, they said, Ugo chara acha adige chuechu. That means a mature eagle feather will ever remain pure. One well trained will stand the test of time, and he is that kind of a person. He is straight and he is direct. And he's someone who is always, when he talks about something, he goes for that which he wants. You will not see him deviate. He's been talking about Biafra and he's been constant with that. That is the kind of a leader we want. That is the kind of a person we all should follow. Not one who is in today and tomorrow the person is out. What kind of a leader would that person make? We need to ask ourselves. I have a caller on the line. Let's take the call. Hello, caller. Good evening. Hello.
Hello, good evening. Confirm if I'm coming out loud and clear.
Yes, yes.
Okay. I would like to say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, according to one's time zone. From here, it is good evening. My name is Okudelichu Okikabiama Onya. Originally, I'm from Uji. Uji is in Biafra Landers. Residing
Okay.
in Canada. So I apologize for not.
Please
I would like to
go
apologize
ahead.
for
I
not
can hear
being
you.
able to come out live because of gadget problem. Okay, and my own suggestion. First of all, I would like to thank you, Mr. Ade Thomas, for giving us this opportunity and for bringing our people together, and Joyce Limnoa for making out her time as much as she can, making great contribution, and Frank Bello, Koiki, every citizen, and every other person, Simon Eba, and of course our leader Mazin Namdekano and Uchemefo and
Yes.
Radio Biafra London and all Biafrans. Okay, now we have a lot of problem in hand, and the most bleeding one is the Anamaji leader that flooded in. And I guarantee you that these people aren't joking, and this is not blood of Jesus time. Couple of years ago, I was watching a clip in YouTube, a young Fulani man loading his AK-47, bragging, and somebody is interpreting what he's saying. What he was saying is that they've gotten enough bullets, enough arm, enough money, enough people in the government that these people think that they are joking. Who are the people? We. You see? And now, to prove that they are not joking, they have started coming down in number. And Shitima Yerima always threaten. Any little thing, he will say, there will be war, there will be war. With this now, it shows that they are ready. So now, what I think that we are going to do to commit the governors, all the governors and ministers, those politicians, immediately after, in fact, immediately after COVID-19, all the Southerners will go and lock up the government house, that all the animagiries must leave. It will start from there. Because if we wait and allow them, all these things people are saying, be careful, be watchful. Watchful for what? Careful for what? Is it careful for somebody coming with machine gun and AK-47? If you don't know how these people are advanced, go to YouTube and Google Boko Haram attacking in the east. My brother, they will reach like 1,000. And out of that 1,000, 700 will be with AK-47 and machine gun in trucks coming at the same time. You know, the only thing we can do now is use soft targets. It doesn't require gun. Lock up the whole government house. Once we lock it up, then the governors will become uncomfortable. And if we in diaspora will be sending the message, if anything happened to any of these people, their children in abroad, we bring news to them. You see that they will readjust themselves. If not that, we keep preparing until we see these people in the street. I will stop from here. Thank you very much. Let others contribute.
Thank you, Odili, for the contribution. It's been noted. Thank you so much. Solomon, do you have anything to
Yeah.
say? Okay, please.
Yeah, actually, there is a lot to say regarding this, and I cannot stop. Recommending the effort that IPOP under the leadership of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has made. This is what we need now. This is what we need now. If your own method cannot mobilize soldiers, cannot mobilize Biafrans, then that your method does not have capacity. Let us not be arguing or going around, beating around the bush. The Biafran were able, now, no matter what you claim, Nnamdi Kanu were able to use the method that IPOP engaged to mobilize. This thing is not going to be done, and we need to be organized. It's not something that will happen and this person, this village is doing this way. No, we have to be unified, or else we will introduce anarchy. That is why I keep on recommending the effort of IPOP. They have already created the gap. Governors cannot close it. The elders, you call elders, and the leaders can't close it. At the end of the day, they might become that prophet, that man that when Elijah prophesies on the gate man, when Elijah prophesied, tomorrow there will be abundance. He doubted it. And when it happened, the people overran him. People that you are looking today that are having patience, that are holding themselves back, and the years and months are going, you think you elder, you are winning. A day will come, it's not going to be the same again. Because there was a time when there is no IPOP. Now you live and you see it happening. A day will come, there will be no control. A day will come, there will be no person to stop them anymore. And this is an hazard. So we keep now calling our people to order. Come to your mind. Let's renegotiate. Let's agree to certain terms. Let's bring the people together. Because people that are together are hardly to scatter. So let's come together. Stop hiding. We have spoken grammar for a very long time. It's not working. Because grammar is not what the Fulani man is thinking about. They are not as educated as you are. Even the power they grab, they just grab the power because what they are using that when we grab the power, then we hire the Southerners to work for us. And that is why Femi Adesina is there. He's just a man that is hired to do a job. He knows what is right. He knows what he's doing that is wrong. But he can't change it because that is what he's paid to do. And if he don't want to do it, there is so many thousands of Southerners who are on queue to get that job. If he mess up, his masters will kick him out. And thousands of Southerners will queue up to take the job. The same with our governors and our elders. They have been paid. They are collecting salary from these people who are planning to kill us, who are planning to destroy our villages. So they can't stop. They can't do nothing. So let everybody come out and begin to support what IPOP is doing. The once we do it, then we will begin to see progress because so many things has been put in place in IPOP. I mean so many things. And this IPOP, we are standing because too much of our resources has been poured into IPOP organizations. We are not going to stop. A lot of us has died. That is blood. People has offered their own life, the ultimate prize. We are not going to stop. No matter how they try to suppress us, we are not going to stop. We will continue to push until victory becomes ours. Why do you think we are slow now is because we are making sure we manage our resources properly. We are not like Nigeria who has money to throw away everywhere and to bribe everyone. So we are managing our resources. That is why they are thinking we are taking time. Because we want to manage our resources. We don't want to waste the little resources that are being contributed. So that is why we are still talking. But the moment we exceed this time that we are in, it's not going to be the same. The gap is there. Every day the gap is becoming vast. They know they can't close that gap. And we have found leadership in IPOP. And they are not going to do anything about it. Instead, any step they take will make us to grow stronger. A lot of us has paid the ultimate price. We are not going back. Anybody who is thinking IPOP will die tomorrow, IPOP will even people will come. People that you see that come in IPOP and they left, they are just the people we want to help. We want to help them. We want to give them life. And because Mazin and Khan have said it, they left because they are not meant to be there. And
Yes.
we who are seeing through the eyes of the leadership of IPOP, we are not going to stop. Our people need to know this. We will grow to the point that every member of your state, your local government is member of IPOP. You will be standing alone. You will have no people to lead. And we are ready to go for it. Even anyone who is disagreeing with us today definitely must agree with us tomorrow because we have the solution. We are facing the problem face to face. We are not here to speak grammar. We are ready. That is just my last contribution. I'm very grateful that you brought me into this program to make my contribution today. And though you have a lot of things that you wanted us to do today, but unfortunately, we didn't go to all the things. But like our people said, a word is enough for a wise, and we cannot exceed this time. So maybe next time, if I will have this opportunity, we will continue. There's a lot of things to say, and the stupidity of our people, we need to take the stupidity of our people to Mazin and the Kanu to give them deliverance. They need deliverance. They need laying of hand. They need that demon of stupidity to be cast out of their mind. Nobody is insulting them. We are only insulting stupidity. Leave stupidity. That demon needs to go. If that demon go, you start thinking in your right senses. You will see that everything IPOP is doing is on the right channel. And this our struggle for Biafran restoration required a lot of skill. Don't keep your own skill behind. Bring your own skill on the table. Let's work.
Yes.
Let's work with something that is achievable. We need a lot of
Yes.
skill. So don't feel because you have one skill, you felt maybe you don't need my IPOP. You need IPOP. We all need one another. Do you understand? And because what we lack, our major problem is leadership. And we have already provided leadership in IPOP. Why are we beating around the bush? Bring in your skill and let's fight this invasion of the Fulanis. Let's fight to make sure that Biafran is restored. We have judiciary power. We have constitutional power to defend our land. The story will not be the same if we achieve Biafran today. It's not going to be the same. We are going to be looking on forward into development, into competing with other peoples in the civilized world. That's what we'll be looking. But today we are still, after 50, 60 years of independence, we are still talking about road, infrastructure. Nigeria, since I was born till today, we are only promising.
Sound is gone. Okay. Miss Ade? I guess I have some kind of technical fault right there. Miss Ade, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. You have a caller, yeah?
Okay, please put it through.
When I say go ahead, sir, just go ahead.
Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Please, your
Hello.
name.
Yeah.
Hi,
My
good morning.
contribution. My name is Fred. Fred. I'm calling from Lagos.
Hi, Fred. It's good to have you. Thank you.
So my contribution so far to what I have listened so far, I think we all are in this mess. We are all in this dangerous situation in Nigeria. Even both the northern youth, the southern youth, the western youth, the eastern youth, we are all in this problem together. But some youth, they feel that they don't know how to go about it. Some feel that they are endangering themselves if they come out to contribute outwardly. And my recommendation is that those who are struggling, they should understand that there are two types of individual in the struggle. We have witnessed such struggle in other countries. These two types of individual, there is one individual that can speak out. There is another individual who cannot speak out and who can do something, but the person cannot speak out. So they should be able to recognize these two individuals. Not everybody wants to come out and speak. Some are very diplomatic. They can do a lot of things, and these people should be guided because they have their own reason. They might have a lot of interest already in Nigeria that they want to protect until the last minute because they will have to survive even to get more resources to project this agitation. So they wouldn't want to come out. So these people should be given opportunity. They should be respected according to their quality. A lot of people want to contribute, but they feel that they haven't seen a platform whereby diplomacy would be applied, and they want to use diplomacy to project this agitation. So this is what I understand, that personally myself. Hello?
Hello, please.
So personally myself, if I want to contribute to the struggle in Nigeria, I would want to do it diplomatically, not coming outside to speak, because I know what to do. Actually, what can impact a lot in this struggle, not only for self-determination, for a lot of changes in that country, because a lot of people had run away and they don't even decide to come back anymore, and we have a lot of people trapped in the country. So it's very unfortunate, a country where it is a government acknowledged that approximately 100 million are poor, are in abject poverty. So that country is already in war. So whatever happens henceforth, it is nobody's problem, nobody's blame. But the only fact is that whoever is projecting this agitation outwardly for whatever interest, for whatever reason, because I cannot blame anybody. We all cannot see this problem from the same direction. Somebody might want self-determination. I respect that person. Someone else might want autonomy. I respect that person for every region, but we are all one. We should not disregard ourselves, even if we have differences in opinion. We are all one. Those who want regional government in the last moment can change his or her mind. So there should be respect to everyone. Everyone deserves respect. Although there is a leader, there's a respect for it that should be accorded to a leader as well, anybody that is leading. But it doesn't mean that the leader can also respect his people. A leader might be bigger than individual, but a leader cannot be bigger than everybody combined together in a country. So I expect every individual that is coming out as a leader to respect his people, to listen to his people. Because the fear of the people is that if you cannot listen to us today, when we finally get what we want, and you are a leader, you may not as well listen to us. So that is the fear of the people. It's a simple mathematics. So if the easiest thing is to say, please join me, please join me. That is the easiest thing to say. Even the politicians that are acting criminally today, there is a time they will beg us to vote for them. There is a time they will kill us because we want something from them. So they also know the time to beg. So it is not bad if anybody who is assuming leadership role in this struggle to say, people, please join me. That is not it does not cost anybody anything. It does not disrespect anybody. So I expect everybody in the struggle to have respect towards the people, not particularly individual. So that is my contribution.
Thank you, Fred. Thank you for your contribution. Okay. But actually, what it is now at the moment, the majority have come to terms to believe that they no longer believe in the unity called Nigeria. Oduduwa is already out. They are clamoring for one. Biafra is out. We've been clamoring for one. So like he said, rightfully said, everyone they have a right to what they believe in. We believe in a new nation called Biafra. If anyone believes in Nigeria, it is all well and good. But my people, we do not want to remain in that unity. We want out because we want to save life. We want to give a better tomorrow and better future for our children, even those yet unborn. This is what we are looking for. Nigeria is a no-no. It is not working. It has never worked. For how many years of independence? What have you got to show for it? No good road, power supply. You can hardly have light. That place is a no-no for us because we want out and we are going. Nothing is going to hold us back. Nothing. If I don't have any more caller, because I believe Solomon, we have a technical issue with Patrick, so he's not been able to come on, and then Solomon will be going for work in the next few minutes. So I use this opportunity to say thank you to Solomon and Patrick, to Audley because Audley wanted to join us, but there was an issue as well. Solomon, would you like to say anything before you finally go, and then we call it a night? And before then, I can't seem to hear him. Mr. Day?
I think he answered a call. You have another caller now. You have another caller, yeah. Go ahead, caller.
Is there one? Okay, because hello.
Go ahead, your
Hello,
name
this
and
is
where you're calling
Alex.
from, yeah.
Good
Yeah, I want
morning.
to contribute in Heritage TV program.
All right. May we have your name, please?
Hello.
Hello. Good morning. May we have your name and where you're
So
calling
my
from?
name is Alex Chupu I'm calling from Mozambique.
Hi, Alex. You're welcome on board. Please go ahead.
So I want to appreciate what you guys are doing. I'm very, very glad that you guys brought out this program to help our people in very, very concerned about the program because the program is getting out of hand. Like I was following your program, the last caller that made that I'm not against anybody that is saying that somebody is insultive. My brother, this is not the time of hello.
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah, the last caller, he was thinking that he said his comment. He said that it's not everybody that can come outside and say something. Be bold. I can say, okay, if you can't come outside and fight, but you can contribute, bring your idea. So this is not time of listening to insulting that somebody insulting. This all the whole thing is all about Martin Namdekan. I know everybody is about Martin Namdekan. They are saying that he's very insulting. My brother, he's not insulting. Okay, what of our government that is looting our money every day? They are not saying
Yeah.
anything. They are not saying clean us. They are not saying anything. But just wait. Somebody that is commenting, that made a make comment that we should wake up. And everybody's after him. They're saying he's very insulting. What of our government that is insulting us, that is looting our money? Nobody's saying anything about them. Killing us, shedding blood. But imagine now we can just mention a word, just said it to bring us, to waken us, our spirit up. And people are insulting here and saying that it's very, very insulting. My brother, we have to keep aside the insulting and face the battle and face the reality. We're in a big mess, we're in a big danger. With this, we need to save our country first, we need to save ourselves first. That is my contribution. I'm very, very angry about those that say that Nnamdi is very insulting. I'm very angry with them. This is not the time of listening and commenting that it's very insulting. The battle is in our doorpost. We have to fight. Thank you. This is my
All right.
contribution. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Alex. Thank you for that contribution. Okay. Yes. For that, actually, because when you're a freedom fighter, not everyone will see good in you, and not everyone will support you, no matter how hard you try. There will always be someone in there that will want to, put a spanner in what you're doing to obstruct your movement. We are behind Mazen Namdekano, solidly behind him. Okay, no matter what people throw at him, no matter what they say, we are not going to back up because it's straightforward. He is not deviating from the struggle. We cannot follow someone who is in today and tomorrow the person is out. The person will lead us into doom. So we are solidly behind Matanam Dekano, whether they like it or not. That is their headache. But right now, we are just behind him. I see Patrick is back and he's actually driving.
Yes, I'm back, and I'm sorry I had some technical issues earlier on. But
Yes.
I'm on my way, but I can still contribute if I
Yes, you
have to
can.
speak.
But be careful.
Yeah.
Please be
No,
careful
no
on the road,
problem.
yeah?
No problem. Absolutely no problem. There is something you talked about. People trying to castigate Mazin Namdekano and IPOB. Let's not forget that the struggle have been, on before Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and IPOB came to the forefront. Biafra struggle had been on before the emergence of IPOB and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And the people who have been under the platform of, the Masob, have been very, very sort of diplomatic in a way. But, they say that IPOB is radical, but the platform that have been before IPOB have been diplomatic. They don't speak in harsh words like Mazi Nnamdi Kanu do. So
Yeah, they don't.
what have stopped the Nigerian government from giving this Masob that have been very loyal to them the independence
And
of Biafra?
diplomatic. Yeah, can you imagine? Stupidity, really.
What have stopped them from, before the emergence of IPOB and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, that they are saying that he is not insulting people? Biafra struggle has been a very quiet one. People have been killed even without any purpose. People have been maimed with just simply because they went out to demand for their right. All the killings of the innocent young Biafrans are not even condemned, but they are condemning the reaction. They are condemning the words of chastisements of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The level of attack they are giving to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and IPOB, they are not even giving that level of attack to the same politicians who have kept them in bondage for the past
Bondage.
60 years. The
In
kind of
bondage.
attack they are giving to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they have not attacked those who refuse to give them electricity. They have not attacked those who refuse to build roads for them. They have not attacked those who, have food with their
Pa?
destiny.
Sorry, I have to cut you short there because I've got a caller. Mr. Is the caller
Okay.
still on?
Yes, please. Yeah. Go ahead, sir.
All right, please.
Hello, good evening. My name is Chibueze Anyanwu, and I'm calling from United Kingdom.
Hi,
I just want
Chibueze.
to make
Good
a little
evening.
bit of contribution with regards to what's been discussed and what I've heard few of the callers made mention of. Number one is when people say IPOB are rude to others per se, and we insult people and all of that stuff. Some refer to our quest, our approach as youthful exuberance. It's quite baffling because I'm an IPOB member in London, United Kingdom here. For example, I can give reference to more than 10 or 15, if I'm not mistaken, of elderly people, as in very old people. These are elderly people, most of them veterans. You understand? So when they
Yes.
say this is all we do is youthful exuberance, these are young people being angry, they try to talk us down as if it's a kind of child's play that we are doing or something. It's quite ridiculous each time I hear that statement. And you see, and when somebody say we insult people by the way we say, we only assertive, we are assertive people, we say it as it is. We're not scared of anybody. We don't say things to make people happy for the sake of it. We don't patronize people. So that is just the thing. And this at least is one of the things that we learned from our leader. He's a very upright man and a very passionate man about restoring Biafra. You see, he is very assertive when he said things where he said them, and most people wouldn't. They won't be able to handle. They can't handle the sort of information that he dish out. So that is the thing. I refuse to accept anybody that says that we are insultive. I've heard that several times from several people. I don't want to start mentioning names or something. One of our brother last time made. I don't want to mention his name, but Patrick, I'm sure knows whom I'm trying to refer to. So
Yes.
saying how we insult elders and stuff like that. If you call yourself an elder, for example, and you feel like people insulted you and there were younger people compared to you, you don't react in a certain way and make a joke of yourself. You have to treat things
Yes.
in a matured way. Address things the way whereby whoever is being rude to you will learn from you or try to improve themselves by the way you've handled things. Not that you start acting more childish than the people you called younger people. You see, so
Of
I
course.
don't take that. I people, we have varieties of people. We have old and young, middle-aged, you name it, youth. We are complete from all nooks and crannies, all walks of life. So whoever is saying that we are rude or whatever, they're just deceiving themselves. All we need is Biafra, and Biafra we must get. That's all I've got to say. And I have to say thank you all very much for what you're doing. All of you are doing a great job. Please, I'm very happy to see this sort of discussions going on. Chukwu Kabiam will be with you all and give you more
Mr.
wisdom
Ade?
to carry on this work that you're doing. Love you.
Okay. All right, if I have to give out my word, so because I need
Can
to
hear
leave now.
Mr.
Can you
Ade.
hear me? Can
Okay,
you hear
yes, now
me?
we're back. Yes, we're back.
Okay, thank you. Actually, my last word that I want to give is that every one of us has to wake up to reality. There is no need. It's matter of life and death. Nobody is sure who will survive it and who will not. Nobody is even sure who is the first to go down, which family is the first to be burnt or to be killed, which child is the first to go down. No one is very sure. But this is a very high is an hazard, and we are reporting it, and the solutions also is being offered. People should recognize the effort of IPOP leadership, and then we move forward from there. We will continue to solve our differences because it's not going to end. Even the discussions about this Biafrans is not going to end in one point. If Biafran is realized today, we will keep on sorting our differences, discussing our differences, and the way forward from whatever things that could be a problem or danger to us. And another thing I want to drop, because I don't know if I'm coming back to this platform or not, but this
Yes,
is
you will
very,
come
very
back. Don't
important.
worry, you will always come back,
Yeah.
yeah? I'll
In
always
this
bring it
platform,
back.
yeah, in this platform, I have had people discuss that actually, why is it Nnamdi Kanu keep mentioning Jubilee, an imposter in the Nigerian seat of government and all that, and they don't know. IPOP is already in the war front. We are POP, we choose the bullet to use. Do you understand? So, and we know exactly what we are doing, because if we don't do things to stop these people, we will all be swallowed up in one day. And for this constitution of Nigeria, who is tying everybody down to go down today, we need to debunk every fraudulent move that Asrock is moving, because these are decisions against the people, and we need to expose it, because they need to go down for that. So we have reason for choosing the bullet we use. So don't stay outside and criticize and think that things are not moving. You need to come in. We are doing a lot. This job needs a lot of skill. You need to come in with your skill so that we move forward faster as you wish. Thank you. As we see again, remain blessed. Bye.
For joining me and Patrick as well. Okay, because I know you're supposed to be at work right now, and it's so early, and I had to wake you up to join this program. It's so awesome to have you. And just to let you know, this will not be the last time you will be on the show with me. By God's grace, you always come back. You and Patrick, I will always drag you people into the show. All right. Thank you so much for joining, and you have a great day at work. Okay.
You too.
So now
Bye.
it's left me and Bye. It's left me and Pat. We have one caller on the line. Hello, caller. Could you please tell us your name and where you're calling from?
Good evening.
Mr. Day?
Glad to speak with you guys this evening. My name is Biafra Effiong. I'm calling from
Hi, Effiong.
Canada, British Columbia.
Effiong, how are
Thank you
you?
for the good work you guys are doing. It's
Thank
not
you for
really
calling.
easy, to educate some people that they don't really understand what this struggle is about. So, and if you, maybe some people not really enlightened, and they have one purpose, one thing or the other, they just comes to do in this struggle. So if God said, no, it's not going to be like that, and that is why you see them pulling out. Because the Bible says in everything we should give thanks to Him. Most of them are just coming in and going out. They just want to bring confusion to the struggle, which is not going to work. So like people are saying, you don't insult people, this blah, 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 all those things. All those things is stories. Because we have the enemy down there in our own country, Biafra land, that they are coming to destroy, to kill. You don't even take that fight, go there. Just because someone is talking, you say insulting elders and all those stuff. Is that the problem we have in the zoo? That's not the problem. If it is only insult that things work out in that country, I don't think anybody will complain about that, right? So how can you just come because someone is... Of course, people down there, some of our politicians, they are daft. They have some mental problem. How can you see things is going on like that in the country, and you don't do anything? You don't even come and have press conference of what is going on? Dangote is bringing trucks of ammunition and the kind of people coming into the country. Nobody's arresting him, and he's using his vehicle to do all those things. Can that things like that happen in any other part of the world? No, it's not. It's not. Because of one particular people are ruling the country. And we say we don't want to be part of that nonsense, that shit. And you people are complaining, blah, 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 they are insulting. All those guys you see, some of them, they come to say something like that in the social media, they are saboteur. You can't tell me that what is going on there, that any human being can be happy with a situation like that. And you're coming that saying, if you respect elders, this is not time of respect. We have to fight and defend our land. That's it. So we have gone far for IPOB. Biafra struggle has gone far. I've been in this struggle since 2013. So it is not something that anyone just comes in and you think that you can just pull this thing. It can never work like that. We have gone far. So I just
Thank you so much.
Congratulate you guys for a good job you guys have been doing. A
Thank
lot of
you.
things
Thank
is
you,
going
Effie.
on there. The awareness is very, very important. It's only that they are saying that we just social media fighting. No, it is not like that. When the time comes,
They
they
will
will
get
see
to
what
find
is
out.
going to happen. So it's not just we are just talking. We know what we are doing. We're just trying to make the awareness so that everywhere in the world know what we are talking about. It's not going to be like something that happened in 1967. That's what we are doing. And if the Zulu government refuses to give us what we want, we will bring Biafra from Diaspora down to the zoo. Then they will know that we are not joking. God bless you guys. God bless our
Thank you. God
Supreme
bless
Leader,
you too.
Masin Nnamdi Kanu, for his good
Yes.
job
God
with
bless him.
MA4 and all the principal officers. I am BC assistant coordinator here. So we are working very hard to make sure things work properly. I thank you
And it
guys so
will.
much for the love, your time and everything for this struggle. You know,
Thank
sometimes
you.
they said, when I was started the struggle, they were like, oh, no, Akwa Ibom is not a part of Biafra. They call it Southside. That is bullshit. We are born
You're right.
Biafra. So if I
You're
want
right.
to get Akwa Ibom Biafra, all those things is nonsense.
You're right.
At that level. So Akwa Ibom, Biafra. That is the only solution.
Yes. We are one.
We can't accept it anymore. We can't accept it anymore. Biafra must be restored. That's it.
It must
God
be
bless you.
restored.
God
Yes.
bless Biafra. God bless
Bless you
IPOB
too.
all over the world.
Bless you too. Bless
Thank
you
you so
too.
much, my
Bless
sister
you.
and
Bless
others.
you. Thank
May
you,
God
Effie.
bless you
Thank you for
guys.
calling.
Thank you.
Bless you. Thank you so
Bye
much.
for now.
Thank you. Bye. Thank you. Thank you for that call. Yes, we are one people. We are one people. There is no more division. Mazin Namdekano said it yesterday. Okay, in United we stand. So we are going to stand together as one people, as a one nation. Then we come to a round table, and then we eat as a brother, as sisters. We are all one. So we are done with this division from the Janjaweed. We are done with the division from the government. So we are all one. Thank you for that awareness, and thank you for the call. All right. Hello. Good evening. Hello.
Hello, my name is Romeo. I'm calling from Barcelona, Spain.
Hi, Romeo. Good evening.
I want to thank you, my sister, and Patrick. You guys are doing
Thank
a
you.
great job for us.
Thank you.
very
Very
much.
happy to be alive, to see all this Biafra or Duduwa struggle in our generation.
Thank you.
The people in Nigeria, they have suffered a lot. Really, the people, the politicians have really messed us up. It's a very terrible situation. If you go to other parts of the world, young children after graduating, they fly everywhere, anywhere they want, and have fun and go back to their country. People from Malaysia, Thailand, I don't want to mention all these European countries because they are very much advanced. Let me start with the poorer ones. They are doing great. But some of these our politicians, or they are politicians, because most of them, all of them are very corrupt. Very, very corrupt. All of them, they were in school when things were better. They go to school free. They go to school free. They study in US and other places with free education. And after that, they messed up everybody's life. It's very, very terrible. So, but I thank God for the spirit of our young men now and everything they're doing.
Yes.
I just want to encourage you guys to keep it up. God is our strength. I will come out of this victorious.
Amen.
Very terrible.
Thank you. Actually, we are moving to the promised land, and there is nothing stopping us. There is nothing.
Anybody who is
For
against
the-
Oduduwa's struggle, if you check very well, either the person is just three options. Either the person is very corrupt, or he's very ignorant, or the person is evil. These three categories where you get them. So I thank you guys, and just keep the good work up, and God will bless all of
Thank you
you
for
and
calling,
the
Romeo.
Heritage TV.
Thank you, and bless you too. Bless you too. Thank you so much for that contribution. We appreciate. Over to you, Pat. Hello,
Yes,
Patrick.
yes. Can you hear me?
Yes, please.
Yeah, so we have had opinions. I've had people talk about the struggle for Biafra restoration, the position of IPOB and Nnamdi Kanu. Most of the people who are castigating Nnamdi Kanu today, none of them follow his broadcast. Most of them doesn't even know Nnamdi Kanu, at that deep level where they can actually, sit back to dissect what Nnamdi Kanu have been talking
Has
about.
been saying.
There
Yes.
was a video of a young man who said he just listened to Nnamdi Kanu for the first time, and he came and was encouraging other people to follow the broadcast. So many people who are fighting against Nnamdi Kanu, they have not even listened to him. What they hear is on Channels TV, and that the young man want to divide Nigeria. They've not sat back to listen to the guy on Radio Biafra, listen to his words, because everything he
Yes.
has said is the reality on the ground. There is
Is the truth.
nothing.
Yes.
There is not. In fact, he makes everything clearer than we all knew. Nigeria had a problem. Everybody knew Nigeria had a problem, but we couldn't figure out where the problem was coming from until he came on
I
board
have one
and
caller.
started giving
I
us
have one caller.
insight of, okay.
I have one caller. Hello, caller. Good evening. Good morning.
Okay, I should go ahead.
Mr. Frank.
Yes.
Good morning,
Hello,
sir.
Jocelyn.
Hello, sir.
You are doing a great job. My name is Frank
Thank you, sir.
Bello. It's a household name on Heritage TV. Jocelyn, you're doing a great job.
Thank you, sir.
I envy you. I truly envy you, and you're doing justice to the program on Biafra Hour. I knew something is special about you, and I wanted to bring that speciality out into the world because you are a talent, and Biafra must have to come to terms with the fact that you are a talent. Now, I've listened to the arguments from both sides. But the question I have to ask each and every Igbo citizens across the board is, what support are you guys going to give to Nnamdi Kanu? I'll leave it open to everyone. Over to you.
Thank you, Mr. Frank. Thank you for that. Thank you. Actually, we all, like you've rightly said during your programs, you always call out the Igbos or the Biafrans to rally around Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to give him that support he needs. And it could be moral support. Everyone can support in any little way they can. It could be moral support. You can go down on your knees and pray for him as well, because this is all he needs. He needs that moral support from us. He needs that prayers from us as well. Okay, because it will go a long way. He is a leader who has and he is human as well. He is human, and humans are bound to make mistakes. So our support and our prayers will actually go a long way to make him to always be in that right path which he's supposed to stay on and not to deviate. From those who cannot support, maybe monetary wise, this is what we can do from behind. If he's asking us to go on Twitter and then open a Twitter account, don't use your data to do some rubbish things on social media or to post some stupid post or do some kind of something that is not even important. You can use that if you're really a true Biafran and you want a better nation, you want a good living. If really deep down inside of you, you want these things to happen in your lifetime, the best we can do is to support Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Go on social media. Go on Twitter. Open a Twitter account. Just tweet or retweet what he has already said.
Can I come in, please, to give more light on what our brother Frank Bello have said?
All right. Because I have one color, I'll just flash it. But go ahead.
Okay, so the reality of the matter is Nnamdi Kanu have all the support he need. The youth are behind him. Old people are behind him. Everybody is standing behind him. The few people who are against what he's doing are the political elites and their followers. The few followers. Those people who are against what Nnamdi Kanu is doing are the saboteurs in our midst. Majority of them goes to Sokoto to take oath because they want to be in. They want to remain relevant in the political. They want to remain relevant in the political environment. They want because most of them are neck deep into one Nigeria because of what they are benefiting. Anybody who Nigeria is not favoring cannot be on the path of one Nigeria. Nnamdi Kanu have always said it that anybody you see supporting one Nigeria, check the person. They must have benefited in one way or the other. And that is the reality. Because for me, I have not benefited anything in Nigeria. I have not gained not even a dime in Nigeria as a Nigerian citizen. Why should I support an evil terrorist country? I don't have any business supporting a terrorist country.
Yeah, but they shouldn't forget as well. They shouldn't forget, no matter what, no matter how involved they are with the Northerners or with the Janjaweed or with the Fulanis, no matter how involved, tomorrow they will still come around to bite them. They should not forget that. They should never forget that. They
They
should
don't
never.
see. These are the people who do not see the future. They don't have any future either, because Nnamdi Kanu is here for the future. And most of the
Yes.
time when I listen to Nnamdi Kanu, I see the words of Nnamdi Kanu for the next 100 years, not for this generation. And that is why you see a lot of people in this generation saying that he's insulting them, because he's far 100 years ahead. Nnamdi
Ahead.
Kanu broadcast will be used for history in the next 50, 100 years. Nnamdi Kanu inspiration is not meant for this generation. It is meant for the future generation. When you listen to him, you know that he has come. I used to say that he's here at the wrong time, because that is why it is difficult for people to really catch up with what he's saying, because he's here representing the future. So all these people you are seeing dangling themselves in the Nigerian politics are people without future. And that is why they cannot support the Biafra struggle, because Biafra is the future. At some point, power is going to change hand. Everything that is constant in this life is change. And the change is something you cannot stop.
Okay, before I pick the call, it's bad luck to them if they don't see it. If they don't see it coming, then it's a very huge bad luck to them, honestly. And if they think Biafra will not come, they will not be a partaker of it as well when it comes. Hello, caller. Good evening or good morning. Hello.
Okay. Good evening. My name is Emeka Longinus. I'm calling from Athens, Greece.
Hello, Emeka. Good morning.
First of all, I want to appreciate you guys for the good work you guys are doing. I really thank you guys so much. May God bless you guys in Jesus' name.
Amen.
So I just want to contribute something in the area of leadership and respect. You know, sometimes because I normally read some comments and what some people are saying about leadership and respect. We Biafrans and we Igbos, respect is our name. When you call respect is our name. We respect others and we respect our leaders. But the issue is that when our elders didn't respect themselves, don't expect that we Biafrans or we Igbos is going to respect the person. No. For example, when you see a Biafran or when you see Igbo man will just be on the side and start watching you and they know what is coming out inside you. When you fail and when you disappoint any Biafra man or Igbo man, that respect is gone. That respect, people are thinking that when you made a mistake, people will continue respecting you. When you fail in Biafra land or Igbo land, that respect we are giving the person is gone. From example, you see Nnamdi Kanu, our leader man Nnamdi Kanu, respecting our elders so much. But that young man have already tried so much to make sure that he convince all these men have called themselves our leaders. But they are collecting money from Abuja, collecting money from all this Fulani Janjaweed. And they think that they are going to sell everybody in Biafra land because of money. And the people think that we Biafrans, we are going to come outside every minute, continue to respect those people. We know that they have already respect us. It's not possible. So I want people to know that we Biafrans, we Igbos, we normally respect our elders. But the problem is that our elders, they have already disappointed us. They have already disappointed us, not now, from the beginning. I remember 2017, our leaders, Nnamdi Kanu, meet Igbo senators, Igbo governors in Enugu. They told Nnamdi Kanu to abandon Biafra. Nnamdi Kanu told them that if he told me to abandon Biafra, What are you going to give me at hand before I abandon Biafra? Then Nnamdi Kanu, okay, let us go Abuja to bring restructuring first. Nnamdi Kanu is okay. I will not drop Biafra. I will not drop Biafra. What I need from you first is go and bring restructuring before I abandon Biafra. And all of them support Nnamdi Kanu. And tomorrow you're expecting we Biafrans, we Igbos to respecting all those people because they say that they are our leaders. No, this is not our culture. When you disappoint we Biafrans, we cannot give you respect again. This is our culture. This is what I want to contribute. Thank you so much to give me the opportunity.
Thank you, Emeka. Thank you, Emeka. Thank you for that call. I think, Pat, you were saying something before we took that call, right?
Yes.
Please, you can go ahead.
Yeah, so like I was saying, I said that most of the people criticizing and castigating Nnamdi Kanu have not sat down to actually listen to what he's saying. And when you listen to what he's saying, his words and expositions are things that will be used in 100. In fact, I used to tell people that Nnamdi Kanu have built up IPOB, but Nnamdi Kanu have built a future army that is yet unborn. So that even if at the end of the day, this present IPOB fails, which I believe we would not fail, Nnamdi Kanu have prepared unborn Biafran children who are going to pick up the battle because they are going to listen to his broadcast in the next 100 years. Things that are happening today are going to still happen, and they are going to say, yes, look at the revelations that we had from a prophet 100 years ago. Look at the revelation we had from this prophet Nnamdi Kanu 50 years ago. Things that just like the way we are seeing the memory of the war of the Civil War of 1967 to 70, the future generation is also going to see the memory and the legacy that Nnamdi Kanu have led in this generation. That I can assure you.
Sir. Hello, caller. Hello, Miss Ade. Hello.
Just 1 minute. He's gonna call back straight away now. Yeah, 1 minute, please.
Okay, so before then, Pat, you can continue. I guess the caller dropped.
Okay, so the truth is we don't have any other option. The prophecy has been made many years.
Back to you now.
Okay.
All right. Good morning.
Okay, my name is Joseph. Yeah,
Joseph,
I'm calling
good morning.
from Edinburgh in the UK here.
You're welcome aboard.
So, all right, I want to contribute to the program. You know, this struggle for actualization of sovereign state of Biafra has been on for a long time. And you know, people have been taking it as child play. I've been taking it as a child play, bro. We know the strategy we are putting in place. People have lost their life all along in the struggle. And this young man, Nnamdi Kanu, are putting his life also at risk in order to carry Biafra along, in order to actualize the freedom of his people. So if someone somewhere say he's insulting elders because he wants his people to be free, I think that person should have to go and examine his conscience, because going by each community in Biafra land and the south and southwest, southeast and southwest, we don't have anything like south from the geography. So what they need to do is let them try and look if there is any benefit they are getting from Nigeria government. You should know that Mazin Abekari have opened every door for anyone. If you want to give your own struggle, if you want to give it a try, if you feel like you can do it, that you have that IQ, you have the knowledge, the wisdom to make it come, you bring your own strategy. You bring his own strategy. Everybody has different ideology, you know. But you want everyone to be carried along. You cannot do
the way what I want. He cannot do what I want. My mindset is different from your mindset. This man has suffered. He went to jail because of this. He suffered in the hands of Nigeria government. He was on risk of losing his life before he was smuggled out of the country. For someone there saying he's insulting elders. Elders doesn't deserve. If the elders doesn't deserve the respect, they should. I don't know why people talk about insults. Go to Western countries. I was following up during Trump's campaigns. You see people laying insult on Trump's, even children, all laying insult on Trump. You see the other way around. One of our black race, who is in America, is a comedian, Terry William. He insult the what is it called? This House of Rep Speaker Nancy Pelosi, the Congress. He insult openly every time. But he's working in the US. He's working in the US freely. So has anybody arrested him? No. But we, Nigeria, will have this mentality that we must succumb to every leaders, whether they are doing good or not, that we must succumb to them. I don't think it's the right thing. What we need right now is for we to gather ourselves together. Keep your differences behind you. Keep your angers behind you. Let's work together and have this independence. When we set ourselves free from this Janjaweed, then you can come to the round table and you table your pain, your angers. That is what we want. Look at what is happening in the Southeast. We are all over. We've seen it on video, live video every time. 2 people into the South. 2 people into the South with ammunitions. Nobody is speaking. Now we in Diaspora are speaking. Someone there in Nigeria who doesn't know anything, who feels he's comfortable wherever he is. We'll be going against what people are doing. They suffer, the way people are. We here we are suffering. Though people say we are audio speaking, we are not audio. We know what contribution we are making. We're making contribution every day in. We're making contribution for our people to be free, for us to be free, so we can come back to our country and celebrate together.
You're right.
If I have money, I come back and invest. I can continue. It can open something for people that are in Nigeria that are suffering. They will be benefiting from there. We start to put a strategy when people will come. Entrepreneurship, people will come and gather together and do things. So I don't know. I don't want to prolong my issue, my word here. People are doing a good job there. Keep on with the awareness. And I believe by God's grace, soon we will get what we want.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Joseph. Thank you for calling. Thank you so much. Thank you. The issue, we've talked about a lot of things. The issue of Nnamdi Kanu insulting people, that is no longer an issue. Okay, because since the people he's talking to do not want to listen, so he has to do it the best way he thinks he can do it. Okay, so if we doing that will bring them back to their senses, then we should go ahead and do it. If he didn't shout enough, I will not be here as well. Okay, if elders do not respect, they say respect is reciprocal. If you don't respect yourself, how do you expect other people to respect you? Okay, there is another that says you understand? It's not because you're tall that does not give the yardstick that you are mature. Maturity comes with a lot of things, not just by being old. You might be 50 years old, you might be 100 years old, and then you still do not have that maturity in you. So that is what Nnamdi Kanu is trying to do. He's trying to strengthen them because they are bent. We have to strengthen you.
So
if doing that,
can I just please come in a little bit? Jocelyn, I've had some people say that why shouldn't Nnamdi Kanu align himself with Timber and Caliber and the people with the financial resources and the politicians to find a way to work together with them.
It's like mixing oil and water.
Yes, so no, it's not even a question of mixing oil and water. You know, but the reality is that if Nnamdi Kanu have gone consulting the political class and all the people that have the financial resources, maybe he would have ended in one big man kitchen, washing plates and dishes for the family as a houseboy by now. Because by the time they will finish giving him the condition, by the time they will finish taking him round and round and round with promises and all that, by now Fulani would have consumed us all. You know, so there is nothing you can do to please the people. Even now the Kano, they say that it's insulting people. It's not even effective, and let me even accept that he insults people. If it's not insultive as he is today, he wouldn't have
I
gotten
have one.
attention
Yeah.
of
Sorry. I have.
some people like
I'll
us.
just cut it short there. I'll just cut it short because we have this caller on the line. Hello.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay, thank you. Yeah.
Good morning.
My name is Paul Eziame. I'm calling from the United States of America.
Hi, Paul. Good
Can you hear
morning.
me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah, my contribution to this program, first of all, I would like to thank my sister, my brother, even the one that left the program. You guys are
Yes, you
doing
had
a
to go to work.
wonderful job in regards to restoration of Biafra and Oduduwa Republic. You know,
Thank you.
my point is just very clear. Everything you guys, dissected here was very great. Okay, but the thing I want to chip in is that freedom is not cheap.
It's
Okay,
not.
and those people that are basketing their mouth that they are fighting for freedom, the Nigerian government have not arrested them like they did with our leader Martin Nandekalo. Both
Those ones are not so.
Wazirike, Asadikubo, I don't want to name all those idiots, but if you're really a freedom fighter, the Nigerian government will arrest you. You know, you can witness what they are doing to our brothers and sisters over here. So I don't know how, you are fighting, for our freedom. You are still dining with the Nigerian government. It doesn't make sense to me. That's just what I want to chip in. I'm one of the IPOB coordinators in the United States. I just want to thank you guys on what you guys are doing. I just don't want
Thank
to
you,
take
Paul.
much time. I want to give room for others to contribute. Thank you
Thank you
for
so
what
much.
you guys are
Thank
doing.
you. God bless you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Actually, we'll be calling the show to an end very soon because Patrick, I guess you're driving home, no? Right?
Yeah, that's true.
Yes. Yes, this will not be the last time you will be here because from time to time I'll also drag you in, yeah? Okay, because I'll just want to say thank you so much for coming. Somebody is calling. Do you want us to continue?
Well, for me, if people are still up, it's already midnight from my end. I just closed from work, heading home. But
Okay.
for as long as it lasts, you
All right.
said you always invite me to the program. It will always be my pleasure to be part of the program as long as it has to do with Biafra restoration. If
Yes.
silver and gold I don't have, but what I have, I will offer.
You give. Yes. Let's take one or two more calls, then I will just let you go home. Hello, caller. Hello. Hello.
Morris Chinemerem Obonna.
Mr. Morris, good
I'm calling
morning.
from Germany.
Good morning, sir.
So I don't know. The contribution I can give is that some people are saying I've been listening to a lot of callers saying a lot of things, But the word I want to say is that where is the some people that we call our elders? They are not doing anything. It's like all of them have bought up. They have sold off. So we don't have any hope from them. For me, I have been following Mandikano since let me just say since 2015. I've been following Mandikano. And whatever thing this young man has said, everything has come true. I put my money, I put my energy. In Berlin here I'm staying. A lot of people, when I was telling them Listen to this young man. They were fighting me. Today I'm sharing here because whatever thing this young man has said, everything has come to pass.
It's so sad,
And
so
still,
sad.
our people never listen. Some of our people never wake up. Some of our people never wake up. So, see, for me, I'm sorry to say this. I am sorry because I am angry. I am angry. For me, if you ask me to say, let the Fulanis, if they want to finish them in Igbo land, let them finish them. Because for me, I'm angry. Because these people, they're not here. This young man has been saying, talking, shouting, and these people never hear. I'm an Igbo man. It's telling me that this thing is happening. And there's some people are still looking as it's a child play. It is not a child play.
It is
But
not.
the announcers, the governors, all of them have been bought over.
They will all share in this world.
Most of us in abroad here, in Diaspora here, most of us, it's like we are not taking it serious. So, sometimes I discover some people. Do you see what is happening? They say, leave, nothing is happening. So for me, I would just say, I'm just saying the way it is in my mind. If they want to finish it, let them finish it. I have the loved ones here. I have everything there. Even the loved ones I have there, they are still the same thing. For me, I would say, nothing's happened. Let everybody wake up. Because it's like they're not even listening. They're not. I don't know the kind of brain these people have. They see them coming. They are everywhere. They are everywhere in Igbo land. They are everywhere.
They're everywhere. They're everywhere. And our people do not even care.
And some people are still there saying, are you sure? It's not going to happen. It's happening. It is happening.
It's happening because it's a related plan. They are not going to carry it out now because they're still waiting for the right time to strike.
Senator in Enugu, I put my money. Everything this man is doing, I'm following this man. I'm following him.
He has really tried. He has tried. He has tried enough for us. He has tried.
I heard his voice. I said, no, this is the right man. I followed him up to Tuesday. But what is stopping me is that some of my brothers, so-called Igbo brothers, they are not still believing this man. So, for me, I would say, let the Fulanis, if they want to finish them, let them finish them. Yes, so for them to hear, for them to wake up. That is, I'm angry. I am angry. I don't know what with our Igbo brothers. Let them wake up. You see, until they finish everybody, nobody will fight that this one will wake up. I don't know. This young man, Nnamdi Kanu has sacrificed his mother, his father, his family for this struggle. And our people are still playing. I don't know what else to say. I'm crying.
It is really
I'm
annoying.
crying because my head is full. This thing is not a kind of something that will be debated. What are we going to do? This thing is in our front. We are seeing it. We are seeing it. It's in our front. It's in our front.
Right at our doorstep.
Let us come together and find how we are going to help this. If it's for us to be completed, even €100 for we that in abroad. Yeah, I will do that. So that we can find these people. If the governors they are gone, they have sold off. And you people know that those ones, you don't talk about them. They have collected money, those ones, they have sold off. Where is it Namodo? What are the governors are saying? Look at the Imo State governor. The only governor that I can tell you now that is active is Wike.
It's Wike. It's Wike.
Other governors, they are bullshit. They are bullshit. This is not what we are talking as if we are playing child play. No, we have to be serious. This shaman has tried. He has sacrificed himself, his family, everything.
Thank you, Maurice. Thank you, Maurice. Thank you for the call. Thank you for calling in, sir.
And find way to deal with these people. I know I'm in abroad. I'm in Germany here. But whatever thing it takes for us, I'm ready. I've been doing it before, and I'll keep doing it.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you, Maurice. Thank you for the call and for your contribution. Okay, this will be the last caller. We're not going to take more calls because I will need to let Patrick go. He needs to go have some rest. I believe he's going to work tomorrow. And for those of you watching, please, you can subscribe to the channel. Just like and share. Invite your friend next time. Just subscribe to the channel as well. We've got a YouTube channel. You can also go on the YouTube and subscribe. Maurice, I've said it all. Thank you for that call and contribution. I believe our people, I pray, I just only pray. I pray that they will wake up from their sleep and do the needful, because it's no longer a child's play. This is no longer a joke. It's not a joking matter anymore, because the ones we're seeing now are the ones they've shown on social media. What about the ones that have gone through the bushes? Because these people don't live in houses. They don't live in towns. They can go through the thick bush to enter our land. What about those people that have gone through those routes to get into our land? How do we deal with that? Okay. Patrick, I would like to say thank you so much. Yeah. I'll allow you to say your closing remark, and then I'll let you go there, but I will always call you back. Please, you can go ahead, because I'm calling the short one.
Thank you very much. What do I have to say? My closing remark is that our people are the most loved. Our people are the most fortunate people in this world. And because of the love that God have for us, he sent somebody to, give us all the information we needed in advance, which is very, very rare. God sent Nnamdi Kanu, so we could prepare ourselves for the danger ahead. But unfortunately, they say that a prophet is never honored in his father's house. And this is a typical example of how it is. Everything he has said, people rebuff it, because they look at his stature as if when they were praying and asking God to save them from Nigeria, that they gave God a description of the features of the kind of person he should send to them. Like I said earlier, we all knew we had problem, but we didn't know what the problem was. We were all praying, God save us from Nigeria, until God sent his only begotten son, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, to save us from the bondage. And here we are today arguing. Even when we see the danger before our own very eyes, some people are still finding it difficult to believe that the danger is before us. Many people are still calling him a fraudster. Many people are still calling him names. Many people, because of one or two peanuts they are gaining from APC and Buhari Jubril government, they have decided to rather sell their conscience, their destiny for the peanuts, rather than stand for the future generation and defend their heritage. But well, I believe that IPOB is here. IPOB is a standing army. IPOB is prepared. All we just need is the support of these people who continue to betray. We hope that they change their minds sooner or later before the war, consume them, before their evil consume them. And I believe and will continue to pray, we'll continue to put them in prayer that their eyes should be open to see that we are all in danger and we must all come together under one umbrella to defend ourselves, because together we shall, divided we fall. And that is my message. And I want to say thank you for giving me this rare privilege to be part of the program. I want to thank our brother, Mr. Dave Frank Bello. I want to say thank you very much for making me part of the Heritage TV family. And I will always be here anytime you invite me. As long as it has to do with Biafra, I will give everything I have to see that I make my contribution towards Biafra restoration, because that's the best thing I will do for myself, for my children, and for the future generation. Thank you very much, and God bless you.
Thank you, Patrick. Thank you. It has been an awesome evening with you and with Solomon and Audley. Unfortunately, Audley was not able to join us due to technical fault from his own end. Hopefully, I'll be able to get him in next time, because he actually has a story he wanted to tell us. So that story will actually also play a big part. Okay, so just to make us understand what our people go through to get where they are today. It's been an awesome evening. Thank you everyone for taking our time to join us and to join me here. Like I said before, please subscribe to the channel and always give us your support. To bring the show to an end, I would just like to say something to our Igbo leaders. It's quite unfortunate that we have you all in power and you cannot defend your own people. We are the same people that put you guys there. But it's quite unfortunate that things are happening. You all are keeping quiet and you can't see anything wrong. The Fulanis will kill your people, you end up paying them. They will destroy their farmland, you end up paying them. This is quite sad that this whole thing is happening. And none of you guys are up and doing. None of you guys can stand and defend your own land. But trust me, see, the innocent blood is already crying out, and justice will have to prevail. And you all that have been keeping quiet all along will not go scot-free. You will not go scot-free, because you will pay for all that you have done to our people. If you don't have love in your heart, we do have love. If you don't care for people, we care for people. If you don't see them as humans, me personally, I see them as humans, and I want them to live a better life. It's quite unfortunate you guys have really failed us, honestly. And for those of you supporting One Nigeria, there is nothing I can say. If there is anything you're getting from being in One Nigeria, all well and good to you. Because as for me, I've never enjoyed it. When I was back home, the condition back home is not funny. There is no constant light. When it rains, everywhere is flooded. There is no good road. There is no hospital. What are you proud of in that country, location 9? What is it that you're proud of? What is it that you're proud of? Is it every day you wake up in the morning, you go out there to struggle, you're jumping buses, and then people are just pushing you here and there? There is no good basic amenity. So what is it that you're proud of in that country? If you're proud of anything, me, I'm not proud. But if you allow yourself to be a willing tool in the hands of these people that are looting us dry, then trust me, tomorrow they will use you for sacrifice. I'll have to call it a night. Thank you all for being with us. Thank you for spending time with me and with the guys. I truly appreciate. Thank you, Mr. Ade. Thank you, Mr. Frank. For those that called in, Okudili, thank you, Fred, Alex, Chibweze, Effiong, Maurice, Paul, Romeo, Mr. Frank, Emeka, and Joseph. I honestly and sincerely thank you for your contributions. This is all we want. All we need is just to preach the gospel. Let the gospel spread. And thank you, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. From the bottom of my heart, I so much love you and I like the way you speak. Trust me, I really love the way you speak. You've been doing such a great work. If not for you, me, I will not be here. I will not be listening. I will still believe in One Nigeria. You've done such a great work, honestly. I thank you so much for all that you've been doing. Thank you, Mazu Chemefo. all the freedom fighters, the coordinators all around the world. You guys are doing a great and massive work. I sincerely, from the bottom of my heart, I say thank you and I appreciate you all. One love from me, and wish all shall live to see Biafra. Mazinam Dekano is not going anywhere anytime soon. We also need him to develop Biafran land. Thank you, Ms. Ade, for all you've done, for giving us this platform. It's been wonderful and it's been great. Thank you so much. So from here, I will say good night, good morning, and good evening to every one of you. Thank you for coming, and God bless.
Everybody in London, have you heard that Heritage Television has come up with something new? All your functions and celebrations can now be multi-camera live stream that was only reserved for the rich and famous. Having a function in London can be viewed clean and clear immediately from any part of the world. Trust Heritage TV to give you a better reach. Heritage Television also does photography that will make you the envy of all your friends and family. Heritage Television is the best. All your functions like birthdays, funerals, weddings, church anniversaries or harvest. Heritage Television is the master. We are in the heart of London with an ultra-modern equipped studio. You can call us on 020-800-46100 or email us info@heritagetv.co.uk or mobile 0734 1234 560. Heritage Television will do you proud.